Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons Valkyrie, a homebrew Dungeons and Dragons campaign where a bunch of people who were originally complete strangers who met on Reddit become the best of friends while playing Dungeons and Dragons live for you every Monday night at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am your host and Dungeon Master for the evening, The Majestic, creator of this channel here on Twitch, which is www.twitch.tv/TheMajesticGamin, Gamin, no G, as well as the YouTube channel The Majestic, which you can find just by searching The Majestic, or going to the link down below and going over to that channel, which all these videos get uploaded to as well, and we would love to see you there. But tonight I am joined by the same incredible players as last week, minus one. We are unfortunately missing Sean, who was introduced just last week as one of the characters due to a family event. But we are joined by everybody else, so I will let them introduce themselves one at a time, starting with ladies first. Rachel, say hello.
Hello, just a reminder, please turn on Audacity, because I almost forgot.
I did forgot. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I play Mira Helder, our half-elven rogue.
Perfectly done. And Brandon, say hello.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I play Jax, the Black Dragonborn Paladin.
Perfect. And Fred, go ahead and say hello to everybody, Fred.
Hello, I'm Fred, and I play Tristan Darkleaf, the human fighter.
Perfect. And Justin, say hello and plug anything that you may wish.
Hi, I'm Justin. I play the Fire Genasi Warlock Zashmar Efreet and his necklace puppies.
And his necklace puppies. Perfectly done. Just as Brandon plays Jax as well as the giant griffin.
For now.
But same with the puppies.
I know you want to kill that griffin.
I don't. No. I like the griffin. I just don't have a player model that fits it. So we had to go with a lion. Don't be fooled, though, guys. Tonight, we are continuing off where we left off in the last episode. And for those of you who missed it, or if this is your first episode, you're doing it wrong, but we'll still explain it anyway. We, as the whole group, decided to go to the city of Asante because, well, it was on the way to the Citadel. That and, Fred has had some nostalgia about the Summer Solstice Festival, and along the way they met a new character, a new person named Itzli. I should say, not just person, he is a humanoid, but he is a Yonti with a very snake-like figure. Itzli was also heading to the Summer Solstice Festival, so they all decided to stop in for a quick look, whereupon they quickly learned it was different from most other cities. It wasn't as on guard nearly as much as the other cities that they've been to, and very importantly, everybody there was very, very friendly. To the case of Jax and Mira, they found maybe a bit too friendly, but they were very, very friendly toward them. Mira, incidentally, got a date when she only asked for a lemon to write a secret note to on a piece of paper, and Jax got to know another person. This elvish woman told everybody that her name was Lily Moonbow, but she seemed to be a little bit hesitant and unforthcoming. She seemed to maybe make up the Moon Sprite, thank you. No worries, thank you. Moon Sprite, she seemed to be a bit hesitant and not forthcoming, but you know, she seemed very, very unique, for sure. And
yeah, Moonbow was the name of the goddess. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I know. I have too many moon stuff. It's the Summer Solstice Festival, so it's the day, the single day of every year where the moon glows blue at night. I should say night. Single night of every year, where the moon glows blue, and once it does, the leaves of all the trees in the city glow blue, but most notably of all, this central tree right here in the center of town, all the leaves glow blue so bright that it sort of illuminates the entire city just from this one location. And it's said that every year at this time, from the heavens descends the goddess Sehanine Moonbow. Which I just have so many names that I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. I apologize. But You guys still have a few hours till the summer solstice. Mira is heading out on her date. Jax is still talking with Lily, and you guys are all chilling out. What would you guys like to do?
Do I sound better, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, you sound quite a bit louder. Nice.
Okay, cool. I believe we were. Oh wait, no, we weren't heading back yet, right? We haven't watched anything yet.
It has not happened. Nothing's really happened. Of course, Itzli did give a bit of a show himself last week as well, where he drew in a crowd while he told about the gallant and glorious tales of these adventurers who fought a bronze dragon and described each and every one of them just like our heroes that we have today. So you guys did get that story, but then you guys went to the center of town. Lily and you, Jax, flew around on the griffin around the tree a little bit, and but now you guys are all just chilling.
Can I
Are there,
see
like-
if I can find a magic shop to identify a few items?
Yeah, go ahead and make a I would say just go ahead and make a perception check for us. Speaking of perception check, I'm trying to look myself
20.
and see if I see a good character who would be Sehanine Moon Sprite
20.
in the future. Oh, I also got a. I said Moon Sprite. I keep on mixing up the two. I also got to find a Lily. Okay. Sorry, go on.
It's I got a 20 on the perception check.
Okay. Yeah, while you guys have been walking past a couple of these shops, you did notice one which did have like a little it looked like more so a crescent moon with it, and in the center of that moon appeared to be a stick or a wand, one would assume, with sparks coming out the tip of it, sort of like brightness. You get the idea that would probably be some sort of magic shop or something doing with the arcane arts here in the city.
Yeah, can I go there?
Yeah, you go ahead and head over there. Do you go alone?
Tristan looks back on his shoulder. Does anyone want to come? I'm going to the magic shop.
I'll go.
All right.
Okay.
At the end of the last episode, you were heading on your way out. I would like to point out, Mira.
Well, what time is it at this point? Because if it was close to 7:30, then I would definitely be going towards where I was supposed to go. But if it's not,
Oh, wait.
it depends on what time of night it is.
And if he's on the way, we can go together and she just drops me off on the magic shop.
I would say it is a bit closer to. It's about like 7 o'clock now.
Mm. Is it? Do I know if it's in the same direction since I've been here before?
Because I'm just trying to remember what we decided on at the end of last session. I'm pretty sure it was about 7 and you were heading out. One more time. What was that question?
Are they close enough? Because I've been here before. Would I know that? If they're close and I could stop by with them, or would it just be too far?
You could have asked Tristan. I'd say that you're there to hear him say that he's gonna go explore that, for sure.
Well, I just would I know if it's close because I've been to the city before. That's just my
No,
question.
like it's on the same direction.
You have
Yeah.
as well. You have. Okay, I knew that Tristan wasn't. I forgot that you were. Yeah, it's relatively close. It's about a 5-minute walk.
Okay.
Would I know if it was close from to the tavern? That was my
To
question.
the tavern. The tavern is about 20 minutes away from where you are. About 20 minutes away from where it is as well.
Is it on the same direction? Or opposite ways?
It's lateral.
The magic
it's off to
shop
the
in
left. It's if you're looking northeast southwest. Well, actually, if you're looking northeast southwest, it's to the right. But if you're looking at the entrance with the entrance up at the top, then it's over to the left.
I can walk you there.
No, thank you. Yeah, I need to identify. I need someone to check these things. And I show the candle and the glass bottle that we got from on the Underdark.
And I pull out the ring that he gave me. Would you mind letting me know what this is too?
Oh, Mr. Jeff said it was something mind shielding. Yeah, he just said that mind shield.
Hmm.
Sorry.
That's all right. We kind of know what it is, so we won't waste money on it. I put it back where I had it.
Okay.
Okay.
But you guys still head out and you start making your way over to that location, which is again, the way that we're looking at it right now. This is the top of the city, which is south. This is north. This is west, and this is east. So you guys start heading out. I'll just look at it this way. It's a little bit easier. You guys begin to make your way over to the southwest this way. Well, through this road, which then turns, and you guys go around this corner and come into a little shop. You guys finally see that one sign once again with the crescent moon and the wand sticking out of it, and up above it does say, as you turn into it, magical items and wares. You walk in and there's this little bell that ching 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 jingles as you walk in, and there's a guy standing behind the counter with a to your left there's this whole display case of a bunch of different items, all of which seem to have this little bit of a glow, but it would appear as though to the man's right on the wall there's a window which just perfectly, it's not quite a stained glass window, but it's like a crystalline window where it brings in all different colors, and then these colors really shine off the gold and silver jewelry and weapons that he has in the display case, and it looks quite pristine, quite nice in here. The gentleman behind the counter has long silvery hair. He has elvish ears which poke out very obviously, and very high raised eyebrows, almost like he's always like maybe always looking down on something possibly. But speaking of, he is looking down at a little ring that he has in his hand and just taking a look at it, really inspecting it, going over it. He notices you guys come in and says, welcome. Have a look around. Let me know if you find anything that you find of interest, as he placed down the ring.
Tristan, I can't remember. Did we give you a stone?
Yes, you did, and he taps his ear.
Awesome. I'll let you shop. Let me know if you get something interesting. I'm gonna go out. I'll probably meet you guys by the tree.
Okay.
But if not, we can talk, I guess.
Okay.
And I'll walk out.
Okay. Tristan turns to the elf and puts the candle and the bottle on the table. Excuse me, could you help me identify this?
Of course. Let's see.
Do you want the description?
Yeah, out of character. Go ahead and give me one description once again.
No, I can tell to him what it is. It's a candle with a bell marked on it.
Well, in real life, he probably would be able to see, is why I say give me a description.
And a glass bottle with squares and circles on it.
Okay.
That's a description I have.
Right. Well, this bottle was probably holding some sort of potion, I would imagine. He uncorks it. Actually, it's more of a dunk as he opens it up, and it has a really deep bass sound. He smells it. He goes, yes, oh, definitely some sort of potion within. It does have a bit of a magical aura surrounding it still, but it itself has no magical properties. I apologize about that. I'd say it's worth maybe 2 silver. And this item here, he takes a close look at the candle. Where did you say you found this?
From a traveling merchant.
Right. Go ahead and make a deception check for me.
Aye, aye. Okay, deception. 14.
Okay. I would imagine he must have twisted your arm quite a bit on the gold then.
Why so?
Without looking into it much further, I can't exactly tell you what it does, but it does do something if you light this candle. It does have quite a significant magical aura, and if you can see that the little carvings which you pointed out there at the front of it, that would actually appear to be very, very ancestral almost carvings, but predating even them. I don't know, it's quite strange, really.
Can you tell what kind of magic it is?
Just like this, I cannot, unfortunately. If I were to have some time with it, maybe take a closer look at the wax, maybe at the cloth that, and as he pointed out, there's also like a little bead of like yarn or something that's tied around it and knotted around the side of the candle. He's like, maybe if I were to inspect that a bit, maybe so, or just inspect and see with the wick, and then of course divination spells to tell anything further, but
How much?
I would say 20 gold. The spells do
For a
use
week?
up- no, it wouldn't need to be a week. Maybe a day. I have most of the ingredients, but it uses up some rather valuable ingredients.
Okay, that sounds fine. And he puts 20 gold pieces on the table.
Thank you very much, sir. And is there anything else in here that might have caught your eye?
Any rings for a fighter?
I'm sorry, did you say earrings or rings?
Rings.
We have a number of rings, of course. For fighter, we have just some base rings, which will really help protect you in the heat of battle. Meaning, they're rings of protection, which I believe is AC +1.
How much?
Let the DM check here. I'm pretty sure they're 500 gold pieces, but let me see here. They are rare, so it's 500. Yeah, +1 to AC. So
Okay.
he goes, they're about 500 gold pieces apiece.
That sounds fine too. And he puts the 500 gold pieces on the table.
Very much so appreciated, sir. Would you like any gift wrapping?
No thanks.
Very well.
He just picks the ring and puts it on his pocket.
I hope it serves you invaluably.
Thank you, and I walk out.
Ching, 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 ching. Once again, the bell goes off as you walk out, and you pass by the shops that you already passed by. There's no sign of Mira as you walk out the door, but you assume that everyone else is still by the tree. You start walking that way, I assume?
Yes.
You walk by a taxidermist shop, you walk by a clothing shop, a bunch of miscellaneous stores. In fact, one of them is just a little trinket shop as well. But you make your way on over back to the tree, and there you see everyone still standing there. Once again, Lily is talking to Jax and really just really sort of just talking his ear off, but Jax is so nice and he doesn't seem to be minding very much. Zash, on the other hand, he's sort of rolling his eyes at the whole situation, but and he can hear most
But
of
not
what they're
leaving
saying.
Jax's side.
Yeah, but how close are you staying?
Um,
Are you sort of lurking over by like one of the benches and just chilling out there sitting, or are you literally?
no,
side by side?
I'm next to him. Like
Okay.
this is if this is a date, it's a 3-person date. Think of it that way.
Okay. And Tristan once again makes his way over. Where did I put Tristan? Yes, it is a ring that requires attunement. You can ask that in game, no worries. Fred,
Okay.
attunement lasts, or it takes 30 minutes to attune to an item, so a short rest.
Okay.
Where did I put your player characters?
Here.
Oh, thank you.
And Mira is here.
Yeah. Okay. Mira's gonna be over on this side. And you make your way back over. So what else would everyone else like to do while the evening is still setting? You guys are once again seeing the crowd billow up, and you guys notice that it's sort of sorry, hiccup. It's sort of like a pulse of the city. Like if this were the heart of the city, that would make a lot of sense. With this giant tree here, it's so much life, and the pulse of people just come in at a time and then they disperse a little bit. Not like everybody's just gone in the blink of an eye and then everybody's back, but more so like the crowd really bellows up, and then the crowd somewhat dies down to the point where you're able to walk around a little bit better. When Jax flew around with the Griffin and Lily, the crowd was a little bit more at a lull, so the Griffin had room to take off, go right over these trees here, and start flying around. But right now it is a bit heavier, and Itzli is really enjoying this. He's really seeing an opportunity that he's gonna take, and very soon he feels like he's gonna once again make another speech and make another presentation for everyone. But he was about to, it looked like for a moment, he was gonna sort of get ready to set up everything over here on the side of the street here, when all of a sudden across the way over here, there's a little smaller, we'll say, gnomish or halfling looking creature who says, "Step right up, everyone, for 2 people will have the chance to make their money 100 times fold." And this starts to catch everyone's attention. A crowd begins to move over in that location, and Itzli, sort of a depressing look comes upon his face as he realizes that he can't quite give the presentation that he was hoping for just at this moment. But the night is still young. So, do you guys... I want everyone who would like to continue listening from this point at what this gnome or halfling is saying, since he sort of yelled that bit out and now is just more so talking loudly. I would like anyone who wants to make a perception check if you're still going to try and listen in.
Yeah, I'm doing. It's 15.
15? Alright.
I also listen. I only rolled a 12 though.
Okay, that's still good. Okay, so just you two? Oh.
I was rolling 8, so probably not.
Okay, I rolled this. Nat 20. So Lily goes, and you only rolled an 8?
Yup.
Don't worry, that's perfectly fine, especially considering that you're so close and you insist on being so close to Jax. Lily's like, "Oh, let's go over there, we can make a lot of money, and you said money's good." And she starts running with you. She like takes your arm sort of at like a grip that you did not expect from this small petite elf. You did not expect her to have such a strong grip, but she takes your arm in quite like a forceful way and starts running over there with a nat 20. Hearing this, she is just enthralled with this. And you stay very close still, Zash?
Yup.
All right. Wait, do you have a name? Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure. She's really, really excited by this, and the little halfling goes, "I need 2 helpers, 2 volunteers, to bet 1 gold. You see, the first person will bet 1 gold in order to buy this jar," which he sets on the table, "of 100 gold pieces." And everybody goes, "Ooh, that's right, 100-fold your money right off the bat. Now, the second person will also get the chance to bet. However, the winning bet wins that gold. You could bet 20 gold and go away with that gold, or you could bet 99 gold and still make a profit. But whoever had the losing bet also has to pay, is the agreement. So who would like to be the first volunteers? And Lily turns around to you, Jax, and she goes, oh, do you want to volunteer? You can make so much money.
Let me check.
Before you say let me check, she turns around and she goes, he'll do it. And she raises up her hand really excitedly, but it's her hand that goes up in the air. But when she says he'll do it, a bit just sinks in your heart because you haven't even agreed to anything. She's volunteering you up. She's throwing you under the bus a good bit here. And everybody knows who she's talking about because she, with her other hand, points right at you. So
what's the deal? Like if we bet 1 gold, we could win 100. If we bet like 10, it could be.
What is on the line? What he's selling is a jar full of 100 gold pieces. 2 people are betting for it. The winning bet takes it. The losing bet doesn't take it, and both bets have to pay. Additionally, once someone what's the word I'm looking for? Once someone succeeds and someone gives in, someone quits, someone says, Uncle, I don't know, I can't think of the word, then that's when the person who had the higher bet wins.
Okay.
So you're just, it's like an auction.
Right.
But the loser also has to pay.
Right.
Very good. So we have 1 willing volunteer, he says very confidently. Do we have another? He starts to look at everyone. And since you were in the back, he starts to look in the back a bit more too, over at Tristan.
Tristan just looks at Zash. You want to go?
He wants to stay nearby, but also money.
But also money.
I can go if you don't want to.
Yeah, let's do it.
So Tristan is going?
You're going?
What do you mean by let's do it?
I thought
Justin.
we're both going.
Brandon is
I'm
one.
going.
The other person
Yeah.
is...
It's either me or you.
Tristan is asking you or him, yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I thought she was volunteering both of them,
Gotcha.
so then we would be going. Okay,
Gotcha.
never mind.
No, she just volunteered him up. She doesn't have any money, remember?
No, then Zash is gonna let Tristan go, and he's just gonna keep a very
Keep an
watchful eye on her.
So you guys sort of
Okay.
have this, like,
Let's do it.
little communication as the halfling is just like, anyone? Anyone at all? You could make your
Just
money
like-
100 times full.
I
Oh,
go.
thank goodness. Yes. You, human, thank you so much. Now, since this dragonoid was the first one to volunteer, he gets the first bid at a single gold piece. Now, you, human, would you like to increase the bid?
I raised to 5.
He raises to 5. You, dragon, what would you like to do? Would you like to increase the bid? Or would you like to
Yes,
let him have 100 gold?
I'll go up 10.
You go up
Tristan
to 10.
just
Very
Tristan just thinking inside his head, like, how is this a game? There's no way that we can lose. We just have to choose who gets the money.
well.
But he says I raised to 15.
15. Very good. And how about you, sir?
I think back to Tristan. I think this is total bullcrap.
Do me a favor. Go ahead and make a deception check. Not, I know you're definitely thinking, but I just want to see, because he's a performer, he's trying to get any clues from your guys' facial expressions. So I'm rolling that for him, an insight check, and I want you to go ahead and roll a deception.
Okay.
Just
21.
just Jax. 21. Okay, nice. Go ahead and keep on going.
Yeah, Jax dropped out. He's done. So he'll hand over his 10 gold. And...
Very well. And you had bet how much again?
15.
15. All right, go ahead and hand over your gold as well.
Okay, he just puts the gold pieces on the table.
And here, ching, is your winning jar of 100 gold pieces. Have a pleasant day.
He just takes the coins and put it on his bag.
Who would like to go next? They just won their money. This gentleman here. Almost 6 times. Nope, wait. He has to think a little bit. 7 times the amount that he bet. Who else would like to play? There is one winner, yes, and one loser, yes. But the winner can really add it up. I'll give it a try, a gentleman in the audience says. Ah, we have another taker. For another... Ching! He sets down another giant jar of 100 gold pieces. Another jar of 100 gold. And who else would like to challenge him? He once again looks around. People in the audience, they look excited, but nobody really seems to be stepping up.
I'll go again.
You will go again, sir. Thank you so much. See, he knows a good deal when he sees it.
Let's get more money.
Jax was going to think to Tristan, are you sure about this? You might want to inspect your jar first.
No, I really want to see where this goes now.
So,
Alright.
sir, since you were the first up, you get the first bet. 1 gold. Would you like to raise it once again, human?
Let's put to 50. Alright.
A 50?
Yes.
A 50! Look at how quickly he raises the stakes. I love you, human. You are the greatest. Well, I won't have anyone outshine me like that. I go up to 60. A 60! Beautiful. Absolutely love it. And don't forget, the loser also has to pay. But you can win it once again, human. Would you like to raise it and you'd still get a profit?
He just thinks to Jax, I'm not losing to this guy. Let's raise to 99.
99 gold. Beautiful.
It's not
Beautiful
about the
amount.
money anymore.
I'll go up to 100. 100 gold, the exact amount that it's worth. Beautiful. Now, mind you, human, if you drop out, you still have to pay 99 gold. But
Let me just see how much
that's
money I
your
have.
choice.
Okay. I raised to 150.
150 gold from the human. My goodness, this is astounding. Now, I would like to point out, other tall, gigantic being, that you have bet 100 gold pieces, and if you drop out, you go away losing 100 gold. I go 151. 151 from him. How about you, human?
Sorry, Austin. The jar from before it had 100 gold pieces, right?
Yes, you can add that to your
Okay.
inventory.
As far as
Okay.
you know.
Okay, so yeah, I raised to 249.
Oh my goodness, 249 gold. You realize you're losing a lot of money on... Okay, 249 gold from him.
He just looks at the gnome and just says, "It's not about money anymore."
You can have it. Jeez.
Yes.
But thank you. But you do still have to pay, sir, even though you don't win. Yes, I know. So it was 151 from you, and 249 from you, making a hefty little profit for me of 400 gold. And there is your 100 gold, sir. As he sets down the jar once again to Tristan. And the guy angrily walks away. This is a big... He's like human, but he appears like, if you were to guess, maybe a brute of a human, maybe a barbarian kind of thing. He's mad. But, yeah.
Okay, I lost 49 gold pieces, but it's not the money that matters.
Who else would like to play this fun little game? You could make your money 100 times fold, he says. It's at this point in the evening that two other people in the audience step up and they begin to play, and the conversation sort of switches between everyone, where he is talking to his audience and you guys sort of break away, I feel, from that audience.
Yeah, is there like other games or something going on?
Not right now. This little gnomish humanoid is really drawing a lot of the attention. Of course, again, there are still lots of like stands where people, I should add that in, where people are selling food, you know, like corn dog kind of things, and giant turkey legs that you guys already dug into. Boy, I'm the worst with hiccups tonight. I didn't even open up a beer that I had planned to open up like later on in the evening, and I'm just hiccuping like crazy. Okay, let's see. What was it called? Stall? No, what did I call that thing? But go on. Did you have any not really any other games? Did you want to do anything else?
Not right now. I don't think so.
No? Okay. There we go. Merchant cart. Duh.
Is there a bookstore nearby, like in this plaza?
You don't... Go ahead and make a perception check.
14.
None that you see.
Okay. So yeah, Tristan satisfied with himself. He lost good, but he won the war.
I don't think that's real gold, friend.
As long as it fools someone.
You can make a perception check on the gold as he says that too.
Jesus Christ. 11.
11?
Yes.
You take the gold. You think that biting it will help something. It's really rigid. It doesn't seem to help anything. It sort of hurts your teeth. But you continue to look at it, and it does appear to be like normal gold currency in this world. Yes, base gold is a lot more malleable, but the coin system that everybody uses is really rigid, so that holds up and stands the test of time. And from what you can tell, it seems to be real gold.
Okay. Thank God.
Oh, a terrible, terrible loss for you, sir. Thank you so much, though. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you to our winner. Thank you to our losers as well in their generous donation. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day as he begins to pack up and very quickly scurry out over in... Actually, let's see. Since he's a gnome, or just like a little halfling, a child elf will work. He begins to try and walk this way with this now like a really big cart behind him, and starts. It's more of a wagon, but he starts to move, and it squeaks like one wheel as he continues to walk, and he walks over this way past you guys. Thank you once again. He says.
Is this wagon made of wood? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Sash. No.
Continues to walk. Oh, these blasted stairs. So he slowly starts to drag it back, and he's moving so slowly and so
how far away is he?
for Sash. He's like 10 feet away, 15 feet, and he finally gets the first wheel to thud down the first stair, and then down the second one.
Zash is gonna Burning Hands this card.
No. Go ahead and do a stealth check for us.
That's a 10.
10. All right. He doesn't seem to notice as he continues walking. Okay.
Notice what?
That his cart is catching fire.
Oh, okay.
You burnt it. Yeah. You just set it on fire, right?
Yeah,
Notice
but
what?
that's. I mean, it was an attack roll. I wasn't sure if I needed to do anything else.
It's burning hands, right? So you just put your hand on it and it burns something? Wood is flammable. So no matter how much damage you did to it, it probably would catch. Especially it being a cart with no, like, weather resistance to it, or life in it, or moisture in it. It's probably really dry and dead and likely to catch fire.
All right.
He gets to about this point where until, oh geez, that was a lot. Okay, no, he gets to about, oh geez, because of the tree. That's gonna be so difficult. Okay, he goes around the side of the tree, and he gets to about here when this gentleman goes, fire, fire, sir, your car is on fire. And the little gnomish halfling goes, oh dear heavens, oh no. And he goes running over. He tries to just smack at it, but now a whole crowd is starting to form once again.
And Zash runs over and uses his Control Flames cantrip to put the fire out, or like, start to put the fire out. Like he's kind of taking his sweet time with it.
Okay.
Because he can do a 5-foot cube at a time, I think, but he's not. He's just kind of like,
yep.
Let me help you put that out. It's kind of my specialty. And like he kind of,
oh my gosh,
like puts out one little spot at a time, and like it flares up on the other side, and he's kind of playing with them, like messing with them, but
just
looking like he's helping.
Yeah, he comes running around, realizing it's on fire. He goes, "Does anyone have any water? Please help me!" And you come up, and you're like, "I can help you out. It's my specialty." And you do that, and you start to move your hands in such a way where the fire then begins to mimic your hands almost as you begin to control the flames. You close your hands together while focusing on just half of the back of the cart, which the whole back is pretty much on fire at this point. You push your hands together and that half goes out, and then you move over to the other side. You get ready, but just as you do, a little flick of the thumb tosses the fire to jump once again over to the other side right before you close your hands together once again, and once again that side of the cart sizzles out. You go, "Oh dear, I'm sorry about that," and you once again do it. It keeps on jumping back and forth, now begins to spread over to the front of the cart, but slowly but surely you, as well as the other people who are also trying to help put it out with minimal damage to the front, but the back panel of the cart is totally torched and is now just charcoal. Oh, thank you so much, everyone, all of you. Thank you, sir. Oh dear.
Oh, it was my pleasure, but it's a real shame about your cart. That looks like it's going to be an expensive fix.
I mean, possibly. I'm pretty good with woodworking, so I made this cart to begin with myself, just out of a bunch of recycled materials, but...
Well, it was beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sure I'll get it back to that glory again. But I can't thank you enough. I mean, what would have happened if this tree caught fire? Oh boy, that would have been terrible for everyone around.
Yeah, it would have been.
Right.
Oh, we're just lucky that was so small and that you were here. Thank you so much again, sir. As he begins to once again pull his cart, which now not only has the squeak of the wheels, squeaky, 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 but also just like the constant, like it's constantly rolling over like more charcoal as little bits, and you hear as little bits of wood constantly falling off too. You can very clearly see now a number of jars just full of gold inside, but none of them, they're all very stationary, all very kept in place as he continues to walk off in the distance. And it catches a number of people's eyes too. This little very trusting gnomish elfish creature
Tristan just thinks to Zash, you don't even feel bad, do you?
No, I did it for you. It wasn't a little bit satisfying for that guy to get his comeuppance.
I'm kind of he thinks to Zash and Jax. I'm kind of worried that the guy that lost to me is going to go to get his money back. Don't you think we should follow him, just to be sure?
Why?
I don't know. I don't want the guy
Guy's
to
a
get his
scam
money
artist.
back. I don't want the guy to get his money back. No?
I'm fine with
okay. Okay.
And he's gone.
I think he's a scammer still.
Quick
This is
question.
probably my Spider-Man 1 moment, and he's going to go kill my uncle, but it's fine.
Quick question. Out of character, what are you guys thinking about the game / the scam, as it were?
I just think that what happened between Tristan and the other guy is exactly how he makes a profit. Just by the two guys just measuring who's the bravest and who wants to bet more money. So Tristan just fell for the scam.
Don't think that happens very often. I personally, out of game, think that he's transmutation, where they can make so much gold or whatever per day or something, but it only lasts for so long, and then it disappears.
But isn't that outlawed? Isn't that illegal?
It might be. You don't know. You don't know if alchemy or any sort of transmutation is legal. Actually,
So you're saying this character
doesn't
doesn't...
make an Arcana check.
but-
Additionally, I can't really tell you guys. The only way to know is to actually talk to the little guy. But I wish I could tell you. I'll tell you after game though, if you guys never talk to him.
It's 13 for the Arcana check.
Okay. You've never heard anything about turning metal to gold being illegal.
Okay. Let's just hope it's not then. Let's just hope it's real gold.
Or that he gets caught.
It is.
Oh, if it's fake, we go after him. We get my money back.
Alright. Do.
Yeah.
I just have to take a note how much I bet. Was... Okay.
Okay, so. Oh, I knew it. Yes, I knew it. Okay. So you guys continue on. Does anybody go into any of the carts additionally? Do you guys go into anywhere else?
I'm fine.
Yes.
I don't know if I would know this or if I would have to like talk to somebody in game, but roughly how long would it take to make armor for a griffin?
Probably a couple of weeks.
Okay,
It takes like a week to make human armor.
sure.
It being a griffin, I'd say maybe a month or so.
Okay.
Well, the female of the group has gone off to get some sustenance, yes? What do you say we also go to a bar or an establishment? Somewhere a bit less open and where I can maybe once again give another performance, no?
Sure, why not?
We could go to the one that they went to.
You wanna spy on them?
We could do that, he says.
You wanna spy on them?
We don't have to spy. Maybe just take a peek.
Wherever you say, I mean.
Gotta make sure she,
Will we be doing it
Hard.
stealthily? Because I, again, planned on doing a bit of a show.
that's fine. I'm sure she won't mind.
Good, good. I will make her look wonderful. All of you look wonderful.
If we have to go somewhere where you're singing, I'd rather have something else to pay attention to. So let's do it.
I very rarely sing, and remember, I never do poems. Never call me a poet. As he spits on the ground. It is mostly tales that I tell, he says.
Very well. Onward to that tavern.
Okay, so you guys start making your way there, and it is at this point that we are going to catch up once again with Rachel/Mira. I apologize, it was so long.
It's fine. Do they even know the name of the tavern? Did any of them hear it at all?
Yeah, Jax and Zash were standing right there when you made the date.
Did you guys know which name I gave as well? Because this could go bad.
Out of game, I cannot remember how it happened last week. I feel like they were there.
I think Jax.
I think at least Jax knew.
And right after she made the date, I leaned over and said something to Zash, and I was like, I thought she was like into you. You guys have that back and forth thing and stuff. And then she gave the fake name.
There we go. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
But as she's walking to the tavern, she hears over the Stone of Far speech, because when you think something in it, everyone can hear it. She hears
True. And it was
something
about
along the
20
lines
minutes,
of,
so you...
"This is a scam.
Oh,
You shouldn't spend that much money. I'm not doing this for money anymore. Should we find the guy and get our money back, or someone is going to assault him?" So she hears that and immediately regrets ever leaving the boys on their own. So she's already going into this nervous because she has not had an actual proper date ever. So this is new to her. And then she hears that.
What does this guy look like again?
He's half, is he half elven or elven?
Half
elf.
He's
Yeah.
a half elf, rather tall.
I think he was
Most
blonde.
half elves are, but he's a bit more muscular too. He does have blonde hair, nicely groomed. Not too long or anything like that, like most elves have actually. But being half elf, he did something quite a bit different. I'm trying to find.
I think he was in his late 20s. I can't remember.
Yeah, like 27, I think.
Yeah. It's not too old for her.
Do half elves age the same as humans?
Yes. They just live a little bit longer.
Okay.
Oh, I could have sworn I had a tavern. Okay. Well then, what we are going to do, something a bit different. So yeah, you hear over that. Do you do anything as you hear that over the farce or the thought?
Well, I'm pretty sure they said all the stuff about following me out loud, not through the thing.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So I don't know they're gonna follow me. I'm just gonna go and claim deniability because I'm not there if they do decide to assault a halfling gnome.
Okay. Alrighty, while I'm quickly doing this, and setting up for the tavern that we are in, unless... Yeah, no, I have nothing better suited for a tavern. Okay, that's what I thought. Additionally, what... Do you stop anywhere along the way, Mira? Do you just go straight there as you're making your way there? Do you...
I think I go straight there because it took 5 minutes to get to the shop,
Yeah.
and then 20 minutes to get from the shop to the tavern.
Correct.
So I'd probably just go straight there and be there 5 minutes early.
Okay. And you guys then, it was about 10 minutes, well, I'd say it was about 20 minutes total that you guys took up doing all that, playing the game, watching it from a distance, setting fire to cart, you know, the normal stuff. I'd say that was about 20 minutes, so by the time you guys do that, Mira is just about arriving at the tavern. Let me see what I can get set up here in this amount of
You want help?
team. I should be good. This is the first time I haven't had a map prepared for
I'm
where
sorry.
we were. No worries. Well, I shouldn't say it's the first time because I also didn't have a map prepared when your mother and brothers were kidnapped. So it's me.
I think it turned out pretty well, actually, for that instance.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do some base things here as well. Come on.
You sure you don't want help?
I am sure. I just need some commentary in between to make it not as boring while I quickly do this. So, does anyone want to do anything more while they're out and about?
I guess while I'm walking there, I'll just see if
it's
there's.
Just like,
Well, I
if
kind of
you're
want to see if there's
thinking
anything
anything-
like interesting while I'm on my way.
okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm so good at those.
You are.
It's a 7.
You do not see anything interesting, really. Nothing really catches your eye aside from the, again, very excited crowd. Lots of families you're noticing. People just very excited for this whole time of year, as it were. A number of people talking about how amazing it was last year when they saw the goddess, and you sort of raise your eyebrow a little bit at that, just in disbelief. But people are very excited, and the people who believe that the goddess actually comes believe it with their whole entirety, it seems. Oh, thank you.
Had I have heard of this goddess before?
You would have. You most definitely would have. She doesn't have huge, like, religious followings.
But I know that she's real.
Well, you know that she's a god. In this world, gods are almost always depictions, stories. Even though so much magic and so much incredible things are real in this, gods, whenever they talk about gods, a lot of people will still raise their brow or their raise their nose at it, because it's just so easy to believe that gods don't exist, because they're very far and few between and in stories of being seen.
On the way to the bar, would it be possible to find a bookstore?
You can keep your eyes open for one. Do me a favor, go ahead and roll another perception check for me.
Also, is there a blacksmith on the way?
Also roll a perception check.
I rolled a 14.
Jax is blinded by the sun.
Nat 1.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, you do not see any
My
blacksmiths.
grip is blocking the view.
I got a 14 for the bookstore.
Okay. You do come across a little bookstore as you guys are making your way there. So I'd say that it's not 20 minutes that you guys take up. It's more so like 25 if you decide to stop at it. Would you like to stop at it?
Yeah, just they can go ahead. He just wants to buy something like spells for dummies or magic for
Well,
beginning magic.
I do like books. They have lots of stories, yes. I can go with you if you wish, as they says.
Yeah, sure. She just wants like magic for dummies or beginning magic.
Okay. You walk in again, a very similar ting 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 as you walk in this shop, with the little no, they won't. With the little bell as you walk in.
Hello. Would you have any books for teaching magic, learning magic?
You see behind the counter a gentleman with a very large, scruffy beard. This it would seem as though it's probably hiding a little bit of fat underneath. He looks like a rather portly human. Nothing too unique though, and no sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Discernible other races in his lineage than just human, and he looks up at you from reading a book that he had sort of resting on his chest almost. Well, we do have some magic books, yes. They'd be over in the section of teaching and learning over there in the far back corner, I suppose, if you're looking on learning it. And then if you are looking for more so myth and stuff, we have some of that. But teaching and learning, far back corner. He points over to it.
Okay, he just goes there and picks the easiest book that appears to be the easiest one.
Okay. You see a number of magic books. One of them does appear to be sort of like a magic for dummies kind of book. Is that more so what you go toward?
Yes.
Okay. You go ahead and pick up the magic for dummies then, and walk up to the counter. Let me see that for a second. He just takes it out of your hand, turns it to the back label, and sees the amount. That will be 10 gold pieces, please.
How about 5 in a glass bottle?
Well, I really only do gold here. Not really much of a barter, you see.
Okay, no problem. Pays the large man.
Perfect.
-10.
Thank you very kindly. Have a good day. As he goes back to the book, Itzley goes, "Wow, that looks like a very fascinating read."
You think so?
I do. Now, lastly, oh boy. Mira, you finally arrive at the bar. It looks relatively crowded from most bars that you've seen. I mean, it's a tavern and a food place more than anything else. Still like a restaurant and stuff. You have been here before, but it's still one of those like darkly lit places, you know, where you can also just go and be unseen if you want. Like, that's what most bars offer up, and this restaurant is relatively similar in that aspect. But it looks like most bars do in that regard, but it's a lot more crowded than you would expect, even for the festivities. But you know, it's these places usually aren't really full, or at least they're just like full of the most lowly of sorts, if that makes sense, whenever it is full. This one appears to have full families, rather nice chairs and everything like that, rather nice tables and tablecloths set up, but again, the windows are just a bit blocked out, and there are a few corner tables which have very little light. But you walk in, you see the bartender standing up behind. Let's just do that now. The bartender standing up behind a bar. Right behind him is a door over here, which leads, it would seem, to the kitchen, where you see a number of waitstaff walking out with big trays of what smells like amazing food. But yeah, is there anything that you want to do as you walk in?
Well, I'm gonna look around and see if my date is here yet.
Go ahead and make a perception check. Oh shoot, that was it. Nat 1.
No, it's a natural 2, so it's a 3.
Natural 2.
It's very dark in here.
It's very
I think
dark
someone's
in
smoking.
here. Yep. From what you can tell, it is just so very dark in here. It's... You cannot really tell who's here.
Alright, well, since I don't see anybody, I'm just gonna go sit at the bar.
Okay. You come up to the bar, and behind the bar, it looks like a very muscular human once again. It would seem as though the people who work here, you've actually began to notice, the people who live and work here are mainly only human, elvish, or half-elvish, like those sorts. But then all the visitors seem to really be more so a variety of races. But you walk up to the bar, and it's this very, very strong human male who looks, actually, we'll say just like this, with dark black hair almost. He has somewhat nicer attire, at least sleeves. He has sleeves and sort of like he's semi-formal. So not like a suit or anything like that, but just like a button-up shirt kind of in modern terms, with like a polo shirt, but not really that. But it's just nicer apparel. And he's standing there waiting on this woman here as you walk over and giving her a drink. Uh-oh, we lost Mira.
Huh? Oh. Yeah, I don't see me in there anywhere.
Well, you were here. You went wandering around. I apologize. I think that was me who did that.
Yeah, no, she's not here.
Yeah.
No, I never inputted her. Yeah, okay. I thought I did. I don't know why I thought that. Alright, last but not least. And then we finally got all the things. Okay. Boom. Oh, you're giant. Alright. So you walk over to the bar, and as he gets done serving the woman who was already there, he starts walking over to you and says, "And what will you have, little lady?"
While I wait, just an ale. But have you seen Elgin Rothfuss in tonight? I'm supposed to meet him here.
Elgin. Name does sound familiar. Is he local?
Yes, he owns a fruit cart.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can picture the gentleman you're talking about. Can't say I have yet. Is he supposed to be here right now? Were you meeting him?
Well, not for maybe just a few minutes. I'm just a little early.
Gotcha. Understood. Are you gonna be sitting here at the bar, or would you like me to have one of the wait staff fetch you a table?
I don't know.
All right.
Oh God,
Well,
I don't
what will
know.
you be drinking until then?
Ale.
Ale. Coming right up, he says as he turns around, goes to one of the caskets behind him. Actually, we could probably do that. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, I can't turn it. Okay. But, yeah, I was trying to turn it sideways on top of this one. And he starts pulling out the spout, and it fills up. There's a good bit of head on this beer, too, on this ale. It's like half head, and he sort of dumps out a little bit. He tries to help you out there and pours in some more, but now it's about a quarter still. And he goes, "There you are. That'll be 3 silver."
Sorry, can I pay at the end of the night? I'm not quite sure how much I'll have, and I want to...
No worries. Consider your tab opened.
Nice.
He walks over once again to this lady over here. Now, who came up to this side of the bar. There's also another, like, table here, but I'm just not going to do that right now because there's also a little walkway here. But this lady goes, "So I take it you're waiting on someone too?"
Yeah.
Me too. I'm nervous tonight. It's the first time I'm going out in a long time. My husband and I just got recently divorced, so I should say ex-husband. That's the first date in quite some time, she says.
Do I get the feeling that she's gonna ramble to me until her date shows up?
Sorta, yeah.
I'm just gonna ignore her.
Is it your first date? Your second or third? I can understand third date could probably be a bit nerve-wracking too. Yup. She starts sipping on her drink now. Slowly gets the message. You continue to wait in silence for a little bit. The noise of the bar rustling in the background. Oh my goodness, that's something that I forgot to do. Background noise. Oh my god, I totally forgot. The noise of the bar just it just now at this awkwardness it filled it up. But do me a favor, go ahead and roll a perception.
15.
15. You do notice that as the time flies by a little bit, you guys said 7:30, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is now about, I mean, there's no real way to tell time in this world, but if you knew the exact time, you would know that it is 7:32 that he walks into the door. Oh, there's the beautiful lassie, as he walks over. And he walks up and he holds out his right hand, very expectingly, for you to put your hand into his, to sort of shake it, but it's more of a, like an elegant kind of shake for like a woman, where he holds it so that his fingers are clasped at like a hook forward, if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it without you. Okay, so he holds out his hand like that. Do you put your hand like over and into his?
I'm gonna be an ass. I'm gonna kind of grasp it like that type of handshake.
I missed it. Once again?
Like that.
Okay.
I'm just having some fun at this point.
Let's just see. Okay, he takes it. He goes to hold out your hand like this, and again, let's see if I can do this. Okay, he goes to hold out your hand again like this, where it's very, and then you were gonna go like that, but you go like this, and he goes, unique. I like it. As he turns your hand though, and still kisses the back of your hand to say hi. He says, so, I apologize about the lateness, but do we want a table?
That's up to you.
Since we're still at a fair, I'm gonna do this. He goes, yeah, let's go ahead and fetch ourselves a table and sit down. As he waves over to the bartender and he catches his attention. Yeah, I'd like to fetch a table for the lady and I. And he goes, all right, coming right up. As he goes over into the kitchen and starts to talk to one of the wait staff. As the lady sitting next, who was, there we go. Sorry guys. As the lady who was sitting next to Mira goes, have a good night. She just walks off. And you guys start heading over to a table. So there is Mira. We will say that you guys get this one right over here. The wait staff move a couple of the chairs away, and I knew... Oh boy. Yep, there he is. That's what he looks like. No. That'd be something. Oh god, that guy again. He's not supposed to be here. I know I said it's blonde, short hair, but I don't know. That's as close as I can get being an elf without being this guy who's a... Yeah, no. So we're gonna say it's this guy. Just for player model. Because I have no one else.
Maybe this one?
Maybe, but he also has long hair. It's the same guy.
Oh, yeah,
But he is dressed nicer, so we'll take him. See, they have very few player miles. I apologize, but and you guys go ahead and sit down at your table and start to have your guys' date. You guys begin to make small talk at the beginning of the evening, just talking to see if you got there okay, how the rest of your day was, he's been asking you questions like if you've been enjoying that, and I'm guessing, been a bit just reluctant short answers or so?
Yeah, just short, simple and sweet.
Okay.
Yes, no, sure.
And sweet, so like a little smile at the end of your face too?
I'm trying to be polite.
Okay. Nice. And then the waitress comes over and he asked a little bit about like what kind of foods do you like before she arrived, and what kind of foods do you like?
A little bit of everything. I travel a lot, so I'm not that picky.
Do you have a favorite meal to dine on?
Not really.
Not really. Fair enough. And the waitress comes over. What can I get you folks tonight? I would like to drink. I will do an ale, and I think she'll have another as well. And tell you what, how about 2 chicken mascarpones? That's my favorite here. I think you'll really enjoy it. Does that sound good?
Sure.
2 chicken mascarpones then.
We already know what that is.
Yeah, probably. Seeing as how you've traveled, you probably know that it's just a pasta and chicken dish. So, what else about your day, about you? Do you have any family?
I do.
Right. Siblings?
Yep.
How many, if you don't mind me asking?
2.
Wonderful. Yeah. Right then. Boy, that
How about
food is
you?
taking a while. Me, I have 3 siblings. 2 sisters, both older, and a brother, younger. My sister's eldest sister name is Edith. Second eldest is named come on. Sorry. Apologize. There we go. Second eldest is named Mara. And then my little brother's name is Oral.
Lovely. Do you have parents, or
Yes,
are you on your own?
both of my parents. My mother's name is Erin. And my father's name was Corsi. And my mother was the elf. She actually came down from Jakku, and my father fell in love with her at her beauty, right at first sight. So I've always been a true believer in love at first sight.
I was a bit skeptical on that.
Oh, why so? Don't you think that if you see something in this world and you like it, you know?
Well, nothing really is as it seems, now is it?
Well, I understand that people can be a bit that way, but sometimes... I don't know. Maybe it's just been living in this town for so long and seeing every year the sky glow blue and the tree and leaves all glowing, and the vision of that goddess come down and speak to everyone. That made me a bit more of a believer, I suppose. That, or maybe it was just the stories that my parents told me. Did your parents tell you any stories like that?
Every so often.
And it didn't make your eyes light up as a kid.
The stories I told were... The stories they told me were a little bit different. More cautionary tales than happy tale. Or happy endings. I'm sorry.
Out of character. I love Mira's first date so much. Oh my gosh.
This is just Rachel fumbling on her own words.
No. Happy endings. I'm sorry. Just the way that you said I'm sorry immediately after saying happy endings. Like, it would have flown right by me. I wouldn't have thought anything about it, but oh god. That's funny. Right. No worries. I can definitely see how that could influence you and your decision making growing up. Again, me and my family, we've had the pleasure of living here, making exactly what we need, and living. Truly living.
So you've always sold fruit?
I sell all sorts of things. When fruits are in season, I do sell them, but I like to be a bit of a crafter personally, and it's interesting. And me and a number of the other cart sellers that you see out there, we actually do a bit of bartering to each other and selling, so lots of wares that you might get at someone else's cart might be something that I made personally. So it's just, I have all sorts of avenues that I make the income from, and again, it's exactly what I need in this area. And then I get to go out and surf during the right season for it. Enjoy the wonderful glow that you see just beyond Jakku on the occasional hot summer day where it sort of lights up the sky with a bit of a reddish color. It's really beautiful when you see that mixing with the sunset just over there beyond the shores and the hills and everything. It's beautiful.
I can imagine.
That's why I fall in love with beauty so easily and so quickly. And that's why I asked you out tonight. He says with a very rather confident, but very just nice smile. Just trying to be considerate and encourage the compliments as naturally as possible.
Well, sad thing about it, that is beauty fades pretty quickly.
Again, you haven't lived here very long.
Well, you just need to get out more.
Maybe so. I do travel around a wee bit. Go from place to place. I have visited Jakku once. I would not encourage going there.
No.
The people who live there, they, it's at this point that the waitress comes over and brings your guys' food and sets it down. Oh, thank you very much, darling. He leans in a bit closer now. The people there, they're a wee bit... It goes beyond arrogance. They think that they're better than everyone else, and certainly better than half-elves such as ourselves.
They could think that way if they want to.
Can they? Depends entirely on what they're doing once, someone not like them steps into their city, their land. How they react, you might think a bit different. We're all welcome to our own thoughts, but actions certainly speak very loudly.
They can.
And if you ask me, it's all that bloody queen. It's all her fault. Brainwashing the masses the way that she does. It's that queen and the queen before her, but that's just me. Personally, I've always loved the diplomacy of our own little city here. The Jarl here at Asanti is truly above the rest, and he makes sure that we all just have a nice, fair time, and I haven't known many other Jarls. You're very right about that. I haven't traveled a ton, but I have gone over into the other continent, to our west, or to our east, but, I just feel we're lucky here. What about you? What's your favorite place you've ever been?
I don't know. I did like it whenever I went towards the sea. It was always lovely.
That it is. You know, one day, I dream about just going past the sea of consciousness and going over to the other islands that many of the shipgoers and seafarers have told legends about. The legends which I'm sure you've heard about, how they're terrible creatures, and then just beyond those, incredible lands where the people are so different. The world is so different. You know, some stories even say that they don't even have any magic at all over there.
That's interesting.
Hey.
Well, if you do decide to go for that dream, you'd probably do it soon. By the time you would get over there, you might be dead from old age.
That is one way of looking at it, aye. That being said, I should decide to do many things as quickly as possible. I might be dead no matter what.
That's fair.
Things are changing around here, you know? As wonderful as this place is, the people who come in, they're so depressed. Seems like something out there is weighing heavily on everyone. I don't dare know what, but I don't know. I just feel like if everyone, it's at this point that you hear from right behind you, and you see as this parade of your friends walk in with Jax leading the march, sort of, and a giant griffin alongside him, with Zash close behind, and the female elf that you met, named Lily, right by Jax as well. And then slowly from behind is also Isli and Tristan. Nope. Almost pressed the very wrong button. There we go.
Alright, guys, I don't think she's noticed us yet.
At this point,
I think
that the
into
griffin
the
goes,
stone.
"Ah!" really loudly. And
I think into the stone of far speech and say, if any of you sit near me, I will kill you in your sleep.
And Zash thinks into the stones. Okay, maybe she didn't notice us.
Damn it, Gregory.
Gregory just sulks and starts walking over in this direction. Oh my god, this place is so... That was really... Who did that?
What?
Who did that?
That's me.
That was really good. That was really good. That's how I imagine the griffin to actually sound, but I'm not good at griffin. I can only do raven or lion. Like... Or crow or lion, I should say. Actually, it's at this point that Itzli goes over to this corner. And let's go ahead and do that now. Itzli sees the restaurant, how it's all set up, and goes, "Attention, everyone! May I please have your attention over here? I would like to serenade you all with a tale. A wondrous tale. And, oh, we don't need that. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Alright. So everyone can go ahead and open up what I just sent in Discord, which was a little present from Sean for us all. Even though he could not make it, he is here in spirit and he sent us this little bit.
Ah, yes. Welcome. Well, please, have a seat for tonight's tale. We will be talking more about my heritage. In the most remote jungles of the most oppressive areas. Long, long ago, in the age of thunder, after the Dawn War, before humans busted out of their primitive nature, the Saruk were a dominant species, one of the main creator races. The Saruk are scared but humanoid and very, very ancient. Many eons ago, they built and maintained the empires across most of the continents. These ancient and evil creatures are now extinct, as far as we know. Researchers that know of the Saruk's past refer to them as the Saurons, and sometimes the Scaled Ones. They created the hideous amphibian, which is bite changes humans into the many different forms of the Yonti. The Saruk harvested this venom to create more worshippers and used alchemy and divine ritual, channeling the serpent gods. There were some mistakes, like the brutes, large, oval-headed, less man-like looking creatures after a time of creation and power. Growing from worship, the Saruks became snake gods themselves and gained access to the abyss. But he went insane when becoming immortal and entered this place of madness. And so, the Yonti lost access to divine magics. And this is one of the reasons why you see so few Yonti now. Though their civilizations are thought to be overgrown and crumbling in the jungles, be careful when entering seemingly empty ruin covered by oppressive humid jungles. This is the favored ground of the Yuan-Ti and their other serpent-like underlings. The black broth created through the divine magic and alchemy can now only be created about every 1,000 years, mostly because of the celestial alignments. But when this does happen, the Yuan-Ti empires and armies are known to creep up, seemingly out of nowhere, and cause war with the other humanoid races. Come to think of it, it might just be about 900 or so years now. Since the last war, traditions of cannibalism and living sacrifice, with their beliefs of being superior, of course, to all other beings. These beliefs channel their wars and motivate them, but they are an artificially created race, always looking for more victims. Now, about me, now that I have seeded your suspicions. Yuan-Ti have no emotional attachment or context of any kind. In fact, should a child cry out after being hatched, it is often eaten by its brothers and sisters in a frenzy of blood and venom. So, ask yourself, I, Itsli, the charming, a Yuan-Ti with emotions. I did cry out, and survived the attack of my brethren, and still made it to adulthood, sort of. What did I do to survive? Can I be trusted? Are my brethren seeking me out and ever closer behind me? You ask yourself, a ghost story or a true tale?
Alrighty.
Good afternoon. I hope everybody's enjoying.
After that, you just hear one of the small children in the background just crying.
Just begin to cry. Some people like just begin to clap. Yeah, there's a child though that does begin to cry, being very, very scared about what might happen when the Yuan-Ti wage war against humans. But everyone is definitely looking over that, and it's Lily who then turns to Jax and goes, oh, that was an amazing story. Oh my gosh, I didn't know he could tell stories like that. That was awesome. We should tip him. Do we have money?
I gave him 5 gold earlier, but here's a couple silver. And I gave her 2 silver coins.
Can I go put it up in his jar?
Sure.
Yay! She goes up and she puts it in Isley's jar, who definitely recognizes her and knows, but he still says, oh, thank you very much, young one. She goes, yay, thank you, and runs back. That was awesome. I think he really liked the money.
Probably most people do.
Oh, okay. Good. So, wait, if most people like money, then why don't we just give everyone here money? They'd really like us then.
Well, I need my money for things. I can't just give it to everybody.
How do I get money?
You can work, you can adventure, you can steal it. I recommend not stealing it.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very good.
You can always sell yourself into slavery.
Whoa.
Are all of y'all actually just standing right behind me and talking?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Are we?
I'm pretty sure where they are, yeah, they are standing right behind you, and I haven't gotten much instruction other than that, and Itzli went over here, so he's still taking in tips from these people.
Yeah, Jax wanted to go to a table that's like far enough away as to not piss off Mira too much, but clearly in view. Like maybe that one directly diagonal.
Over here?
Like
this one?
Where's your the like next one diagonal?
That one?
Yep, that one.
Okay. So you guys start making your way over there while you're having this discussion very loudly still though, and it can definitely be heard. And it's at this point that what's his name? Eli?
It was Elgin.
Elgin starts to let out a chuckle at just overhearing conversation.
Can I start a tune in the ring in the bar, or I need some place quiet?
Yeah, if you're resting for 30 minutes, you could do it, like, anywhere.
Okay, so might as well
So
try.
just being off your feet, eating some food. If you guys are eating for 30 minutes, yeah, definitely. No, wait, that's nobody in our party. Yeah, no. Okay. Chairs suck in this game.
Yes, they do.
So I'm just gonna... Hey, that one worked. Wow. With no problem at all. Jax finds a seat. Alright. If you wouldn't mind, I will just do this real quick as he gets up and goes over to Itzli and puts... You just see the shine of a couple gold fall into his little can that he has set out, and then walks back over. I love all the different people that these holidays bring in. These events.
A wide variety of characters, and then I just kind of start eating quickly, but not too quickly, so we can get out of here.
So, do you like it? The food. Chicken mascarpone. Do you like it?
And she gives like the one moment because she has a mouthful of food.
Sorry.
That's fine. It's all right. It's pretty good.
Oh, dang. Maybe if you had we talked so much about the ocean, maybe I should have done something, a fish platter for us, mahi or something of the sort.
Better stick with local stuff.
But the mahi is very local, fresh caught right off the beach.
Well, we've already ordered this, so let's eat it.
Too true. Something that we'll need to save for our second date. As it gives another smile.
I go back to eating.
Gosh darn it, Mira.
I can't sit still.
No, jeez. You just want to get out of there so bad. There we go. Alright. I'm not even going to bother turning you, because that's just... it's ridiculous how difficult it is. And slowly this crowd begins to go back to their tables as well. Wait, I gotta roll for this. Oh yeah, definitely. Totally at this point that Itsley comes over and goes, "So, what did you think of that performance?" Right at you, Mira.
I still have a mouthful of food.
He's just standing there smiling, waiting for your response, looking at only you. And then it's when Elgin realizes, and he's like, "Yeah, we absolutely loved it. That was an incredible tale. And how much of that was true?" "Well, I like to think all of it. I do not tell lies, but I do tell stories, so who knows?" See, lets out a little bit of a smile. Right. Well, truly an incredible tale, and I hope that we can, from this day forward, be friends, because after all, when the Yanti are coming, I don't want to be on the wrong side of that fight. Very, very true. But I probably will be on your side, don't forget. I cried. He points that out. Right, of course. But, I hope that you, spend that tip wisely, and, enjoy the rest of your festival here at the Summer Solstice, too. Thank you, and you too, as he looks at you, Mira, too, and then just begins to walk away and goes over to the other table with everyone else. What a very forthcoming individual. Did you know him?
I saw him playing earlier, telling a different story.
Must have been what it was. He does have a way with words and stories. That is very true. Made a terrible war and bloody battle and all that sound quite enthralling, actually.
It was an accurate description.
How so? I forgot music again.
Have you never been in a fight before?
Well, I mean, not many battles. Like I said, I haven't traveled out much, and not many of the people, to be honest with you, who do come through have been in many battles. I mean, yeah, there are some things that you gotta fight every now and again when a crazy owlbear goes rampaging around or something, but other than that, most people have had it pretty tame. I apologize, I just assumed you have as well.
Well, you know what they say about assumptions.
What do they say?
They make an ass out of you and me.
Huh. I like that. That's a good one. I might be using that from now on. Although, of course, I'll be saying arse.
Well, this was, very good food.
I'm glad you liked it. Miss, as he raises his hand, could, I have the check as well, then? Of course. Thank you very much.
And
She
my
goes to go get
tab.
it. She sort of started walking away. You sort of catch her attention as she's walking away. No, just the one. Both of them. Thank you. I, of course, have this.
Well, I paid for something earlier, so I should probably pay for that.
How so? No. Remember, I gave you the lemon on account of you letting me take you out to eat. Me taking you out to eat means that I, of course, is the gentleman by.
It's a bad business strategy, but who am I to complain?
I run business on the whim of the heart, darling. Thank you very much. As she comes back with the one check now. He reaches into his pocket, takes out an undisclosed number of gold, and puts it inside and hands it back to her. Thank you very much.
But while he's doing that, while it's on the table, can I see if my drink from earlier is on that check?
Yeah, you can. Well, go ahead and make a stealth roll, we'll say.
Straight up stealth, it's an 18.
18. Okay, yeah, you get a total look at the check itself, which totaled to about 32 gold pieces. And you do see that your drink from earlier was on it.
Okay, I just want to make sure I don't have a standing tab here.
Yep. Good thinking, too. I was gonna ask about that, but cool, I'm glad that you saw that. Doo-doo-doo. So, is there anything else that you want to do now?
I don't really know what there is to do around here.
Well, of course, the festival, and if you'd let me, I'd like to accompany you to the Solstice in a few hours.
That sounds great. Let's leave here right now.
Well, it's not for a few hours, though. I mean, we do got plenty of time.
There's so much to do, as you said. The festival.
Right, of course. Whatever you wish. Yeah, let's go.
And I don't want to keep people who need a table from a table if we're not eating anymore.
Well, that's very considerate. I commend that. All right. Do we head back to, where would you like to go in the city?
You lead the way.
All right. Follow me, then.
And I think in my far sweet stone, if any of you motherfuckers follow me, you will not have the end of this.
As he says, follow me, then, too, he also holds out his arm for you to, like, link arms with it and to hold you know what I'm saying?
I do what ladies do, and I grab the
Put
inside
your
of his
arm
arm.
around the other one on top and, like, sort of head against shoulder. Gotcha. Cool. And you guys make your way out of the restaurant. The rest of you are still sitting there. Throughout the evening, you guys were approached by a waitress as well. Did you guys order anything to eat?
No. I'm short on coin.
How long has it been since we had the turkey?
How did
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Fred,
know.
You linked into the chair.
Yeah, he's on the chair now.
He's in the chair now. Okay, sorry. It's been a little bit since you guys have last eaten. Lily is looking at the menu and is amazed by everything on that menu. She's like amazed by the sound of everything. She constantly, throughout the time that you guys are sitting there, is asking you what this is and what this is and what this is and what this is. And each time you describe it, she goes, "Oh, that sounds amazing," and just gets so hyped up and excited for it.
Tristan just ordered something with vegetables. Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you.
And Zash is what?
Oh, I was just saying that Zash is just sitting there burning her with his eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, if it's been a while since we've had the turkey, I think that I would order something to eat.
Yeah, it's been a bit of time. Yeah, you guys had lunch at about 3:30 or so, and it's now like, by the time you guys are here and everything, 8:30.
Okay.
Tristan calls the waitress. Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Can I get something with fruits, please? Just fruits.
Just fruit.
Yeah.
Just fruit.
Very well. Like a mixed fruit platter.
Yes, please.
Very well. I'll have that in a
And
jiffy.
he goes to focus on the ring again.
Okay.
And I'll just take a raw steak. I don't trust you guys to cook it correctly.
A raw steak. Okay.
I will have a steak as well. But
she real quick, the waitress like says okay, but she just keeps her eye on Zash a little bit and is a bit curious and worried, almost like in her eye expression. And it's just like, all right then, okay.
He waves at her with his hand like on fire a little bit and just winks like, I got this.
And then when she sees that, she looks over at Jax now and goes, and for you?
I'll have a steak as well.
Steak as well? And how about you, little lady? Oh, there's so much. Which one was it that you just described a little bit ago that sounded amazing? That's right. The lobster? I'll have the lobster. Alright. That will be the lobster for you then. Alright, we'll be back in just a jiffy with everybody's orders. And she gets away.
Who wants to play a game to see who pays the bill? How about a little card game?
I love that Tristan says that. Oh my god, yes.
He looks at Jax.
Sure, let's go.
Okay.
Alright.
He puts the regular cards.
Do
Who's
me a
in the
favor,
table?
guys. Go ahead and both roll a d12.
Okay. It's a 6.
6. Okay.
10 for Jax.
10. Alright. Now.
Oh, I have proficiency with card games.
Okay.
So it's a 9.
I'm sort of gonna make
If it's for the card game.
it's not quite a proficiency like that, because we're just gonna do something a little bit different. You are proficient, so we'll give you an extra die roll. So do me a favor, go ahead and
Okay.
roll again. You're gonna try and get a 6, but if you roll a 7, an 11, a 7 or 11
It's,
first, then you lose.
It's a 9.
A 9. Okay. So now both of you go ahead and roll your d12. Jax is trying to get 10. Tristan is trying to get 6.
I got a 12.
I got a 7.
You got a 7. So Jax loses that first hand. Yeah, and I'm guessing that you guys are just doing one game of cards, right? Or how are you doing this? Who else is playing as well?
Zash.
And Lily is definitely playing. She just sees a game she wants to play.
Which means if she loses, Jax is still paying.
Yes.
I didn't mean to do that, but yeah.
Tristan just gets a hand of cards and shows it to Zash.
Zash isn't playing, just so we're clear.
Oh, Okay.
Okay.
He's going to silently eat his steak and pay for it with his own money,
Okay, so that's interesting.
and shake his head at you guys.
You
First one,
choosing the
Lily
Jax.
wins. First one, Lily wins.
Oh.
She just flat out like wins. She just got 7 on the very first roll. So it's like this is a variation of craps, by the way. Obviously, it's a mix between craps and
best of
cards. So
Best of 3. Because if she wins, I lose.
But then I lost to you, right? How does this work?
Yeah, I know.
I
You definitely lost the first one. She won the first one. So loser generally would have to pay. So you all get points based on your position in the game. So she gets 3 points. Tristan gets 2 points. You get 1 point. Person with the least amount of points after a certain amount of hands loses. Or yeah, person with the least amount of points loses and pays the bill.
Okay.
Okay, you want to go best of 3 or just let's take what it is.
We'll do best of 3.
All right.
Okay.
She rolls a 6.
I rolled
I
an
roll a 2.
You roll 2 and you roll what?
11.
11. You won that very first one. So now Tristan, you get another die roll. So go ahead and roll a die again. You got to get 2.
3.
You just
3.
missed it. So now we both roll again. I got a 2, but I'm going for a 6. What did you get?
7.
7? You're going. Oh, you lost. Which means that
Yeah.
she gets 2 points, you get 1 point, and Jax has 3 points. So it's 4, 4, and 5. That's pretty good. Last game. Here we go.
I
Everybody
lost.
go ahead and roll once. She got 3.
11.
10.
11. Tristan wins that first one. So no matter what, Brandon, Jax is paying.
Cool.
So it's at this point that Jax does the math and a little bit of a grimace shows up on his face. But Lily is just super happy to play still, very excited. So she's gonna go again. You and her roll. I forget what my first one was. What was it? 7, I think? No, because then I would have won. Last one was 2. I'm gonna say 2 again. Okay. Go ahead and roll your die again, trying to get your same number. Oh, I got 11.
Me?
I lost. Yeah.
I did not. Yeah, I got a 9.
All right. So you get second, and I get third, which means that you and I were tied for 5 points. No, we were tied for 6 points, and Tristan got 7 points.
Yes. Okay, pleasure
Wow.
playing with you, gentlemen.
was so
He
much
reaches over
fun.
the table
Yeah.
to get Zash's cards.
That was so much fun. Oh my gosh, we should play that so much more often.
I agree.
Every time we go out to eat, we should play that.
Yeah.
How do you guys go out to eat all the time? It seems like
No.
Well, why wouldn't you? It's so much fun. It's so lively here. People are dancing, and as you look around, people are beginning to dance and stuff like that. Even though Itzley moved away from that corner, someone else moved in, and it's sort of like a band that just began to play stuff. Your Griffin, by the way, was all the way over there. The band is sort of just like playing some lively tunes, and everybody's very energetic. Again, it's a dark bar/restaurant, but people are very energetic here right now. It's very lively.
We spend a lot of time on the road between towns.
Do you? What do you eat then?
Well, I have this fungus that I've been eating for a while.
A fungus? What's that?
Pull out my water orb thing.
Oh, is it good?
I don't mind it.
She takes it from your hands. Do you let her have it?
Yeah, you know.
She takes her mouth and just goes, "Ow!" And she does that nom thing, like that cartoon, like animes do, where it's just like the top of their mouth, you know, over it. And she's like, and she's drinking from the water orb. That was really refreshing. That was really good. Oh my gosh. That's such good water, she says so excitedly.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It holds up to a gallon.
A whole
Very
gallon of water? Oh my gosh, I like never drink that. I don't even think I could. I don't think I could hold that much water. Wow. When's our food coming?
I don't know.
Alright.
When it's done cooking, I guess.
Yep. Oh. Can we make it go faster somehow? I mean, after all, he didn't even have to get his food cooked. She points at Sesh.
Yeah, I'm a little annoyed at them right now. If they bring my food out with the rest of yours, I'm gonna complain to the man. I don't know where it goes with that.
I'm gonna set this place on fire. That would probably be more likely.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I just want the lobster. That sounds really good. Oh, I'm so hungry now. I wonder if I drink up more water if it will fill me. Nom, nom, nom. She goes again to drink in the water. What we're going to do now is we're going to switch over maps. We are going to go over to Asante, and we are going to catch up then with Mira and the NPCs whose name I constantly forget. Okay, so you guys went over to... There was that.
His name's Elgin.
Elgin Rothfuss.
I wrote that down.
Here was the bar that you guys were. So you guys start heading out, and he starts taking you this way. More so to go past all the different buildings and stuff like that. You see some really nice places now that you're more so away from the merchant side. It's a lot more so houses and just really nice. Each house itself is like, it varies, like on the same street, on the same, like neighbors even, it will be a house that looks like 10 years old at most, and then right next to it is a house that's like hundreds, maybe even thousands of years old right next to it.
That reminds me of my neighborhood.
Exactly. No, you walk by and you see just such incredible architecture. All these places, it's very different from the Citadel, which you guys have been sort of used to being there for like a month or so, where everything was aligned, everything was symmetrical and set up purposefully. This place is very asymmetrical, very mishmashed, put together, and it's just people like just wanting to build what they build and build it where they build it. So he slowly takes you along this trail, and as you guys walk, you guys come across to this little overlook, which you guys look over, and it's just this steep hill that looks down over the entire city. Off in the distance you can see that giant tree stretched out, but you can also see all the way over here at the harbor where the ships are going in and out of the dock, and you just hear joyous laughter fill the air at certain occasions. Music is filling the air from all around you, it seems. And it's just such a lively and energetic time, and you can still see that tree poking out up at the top over there. It's a really nice sight.
As we've been walking, I just want to keep extra careful around my surroundings.
Okay.
His flowery words have made her very on edge.
Okay. I can see that with Mira.
Yeah. She just wants to be really careful.
You guys now make your way over to this one, which is an even higher outlooking, which goes up and looks over everything. It is another beautiful, beautiful sight.
She's going to try, just as we go past these things, she's going to try and stay as far from the railing as she can without it looking suspicious.
Fair enough. As far away from the edge, there's not really much of a railing. It's just more so...
Yeah, the edge. She does not want to be near the edge.
Okay. There is like a little sitting area, and so, like, probably the farthest away you can stay without being suspicious is the bench, which he keeps on, like, taking you over to, but it's still a good, like, 10 feet away from the edge at least. And it looks over like everything this way. Then you guys make your way over, and he talks a bit about like the history of the place. He talks a bit more about the Jarl, who was the son of the last Jarl, who was the one who first brought about the Summer Solstice Festival and made it super lively, and that's how they get all their money now. But now you guys make your way over to the palace here, which is quite nice.
She would probably ask the names of both Jarls.
The first Jarl was...
The one who started the festival?
Yeah.
Alright.
The first Jarl was... Turi Hilde. Hild. Hilde. Hild. Turi Hild. And then the second Jarl and current Jarl, the son of the first Jarl, Turi, is Grenane. Grenane Hild. But you guys do make your way over then to... Let's load this one up, I suppose, though I'm going to need to change it. Oh, where was it? There it is. I gotta click again, I think. There we go. There we are. And again, even this place has like some carts set up and everything for merchants to sell a few items and stuff. But this is the palace more so set up here. Very nice. They're not here right now. You would be very mad if they were.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we did follow her.
Well, from what I could tell, you guys sat and had your meals too. So, there we go. That's about it. And you guys make your way through the palace, and it's this big, extravagant palace, which is very open out in the front. It has like little gardens here. It doesn't look like it, but like plenty of plants and stuff set up around the outside here, and other trails leading off, some cliffs that go off more so toward the ocean and everything over to the right, and walls that overlook them and everything, with a number of palace guards set up around the outside here, like looking over and stuff, but no one too on edge, no one too extreme, and like you've seen with this city, no one really worried or ready for a fight or anything.
Is the garden decorated with any, like, statues, anything that could be seen as historical or religious, anything like that?
There are a number of, like, ancient... You know what? They actually have, like, two really old-looking lions up here.
Do they have a plaque?
As you get a closer look, and the two of you are walking and taking a look, you do not see any sort of plaque or anything identifying it.
Would I know what it is?
The statues?
Or their significance?
Go ahead and make a history check.
11.
11? The best you could guess is that they're just to signify being guardians of the palace kind of thing. They do look very, very old, and they look as though they were handcrafted, each one of them, but they look very similar and almost completely the same, but you can't really tell anything outside of that. Now, I'm not going to change maps just yet, but the rest of you who are staying in the tavern, you guys finally get your food, and yes, Zash, you did have to wait for everyone else to get theirs before you got your raw steak.
Unacceptable, he yells.
I'm sorry? What is...
You make me wait to cook my own food?
Well, you wanted it raw, you said, and it's house policy that we have to bring out everyone's food together so that everyone can eat at the same time. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess we'll just see how much you like your tip.
Okay. She walks away, just sort of head down, sad. But you guys eat, and Lily is loving her food. She's just in love with the lobster. Just like caring for every single bite, and Jax can't help but to look as she's just so enthralled with it without having any idea how much it's costing him. Like, he's just like, oh, this is an expensive day.
I also want to just ask Lily why it is she approached me out in the courtyard area.
You seemed really nice. And you were really nice. And also, I mainly, well, I approached because of your griffin mainly. But he was really nice too.
Makes sense. He is quite great.
Yep, so are you. You're really nice.
I try.
Is that the time? She says. It's dark outside now. I'd say it's about 9 o'clock or so. Yeah, and you guys only have a few hours left until the summer solstice.
Should we get going?
I think so. I really don't think we should miss it. Like, we can't miss it.
Has 30 minutes passed?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
You guys were waiting for a good bit of time. You guys get the bill, and it turns out to be... Oh, poor Bren. Okay, well, first off, Zash, your meal cost 10 gold pieces.
For a raw steak?
For a raw steak. And for Jax, the total was 52 gold pieces.
Okay.
With Tristan's food as well?
Yes, with Tristan's was really cheap. Yours was relatively cheap as well. Like, Tristan's was maybe like 5 gold pieces. Yours was maybe like 15 gold pieces, and then 32 gold pieces for the lobster.
Cool.
And Itzli just sat and had some water and chilled and talked with you guys. But you guys make your way over to then. Nope.
I also want to think in the stone so Mira can hear us, and just we just finished our meals. I hope your day is going well. If you're in danger, yell in your mind, and we're on our way to the courtyard area.
Where is my mind?
Roger that.
On the way to the plaza, Tristan just keeps reading his book.
Okay. Here we go. Alright, so you guys make your way once again over to the plaza. I am going to switch on over to a nighttime. Don't mind how the picture is definitely day. Then oh, where are you? All right. So you guys make your way there. By the time you guys get there, it's about, I'd say 10 o'clock now. You guys did a bit of paying. You guys did a bit more talking. The walk caught your attention because now that it's nighttime, you guys saw a number of fire breathers out on the sides of the streets along the path set up, things like that. Nighttime entertainment more so, which changed. A lot of the kids are either asleep or like were put to sleep. So at the house, and then the parents came back out. So it's a lot more so. A little bit more rowdy now. People are drinking. People are having a merry time. There are still plenty of kids out still, but most of whom, certainly different from the daytime, most of whom are gone and not out on the streets. But there isn't anything specific about the streets either, like anything bad. It's just very rowdy, very energetic group, sort of changing from an energetic Renaissance fair to a... Oh. That's fine, I don't need that anyway. To Mardi Gras, essentially. Like, it's becoming very energetic and stuff. So, what do you guys want to do? You guys finally make your way back over there. The crowd is growing. There are, like, seats and tables and stuff like that. But, and you guys find one. But they are quickly being taken up by people as the crowds start to form around.
And it's like 9:30 or something now?
It's 10 o'clock now.
Okay. Lily, is there anything that you would like to do while we wait?
I don't know. Well, I could eat something. She says.
Just ate something, but alright.
Yeah, but it's been like an hour, and I'm hungry again. I don't know. It was just so good. I wish I had more. We wouldn't have time to go back and get another, would we?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no.
She's some kind of like succubus or something. She just wants more and more and more all the time.
She's a bottomless pit.
Right. It's like money, food, and everything. It's not just...
Yep. It was at that moment that Jax
also
knew
did not use my
he
divine
had a
sense
girlfriend.
on her, but I have a
What?
reason. Said I also didn't use my divine sense on her, but I never felt like I had a reason to, so...
That's true.
Oh well. I'll scope around and see what options there are for food if it's different than earlier in the day.
It looks relatively the same. Some people are actually just like selling like there are pickle stands, which I guess is a real thing. I went to the Renaissance Fair like a while back and they actually had pickles there, and it was like a really hot day. So the smell of like pickles was disgusting on that day. I was like, no, that does not smell good. But yeah, they had
To be fair, pickle juice is really good if you're sweating a lot.
Also, pickles are just delicious all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
I agree.
you guys would love the Renaissance Fair here then, because there were like 10 pickle stands. I'm not even kidding. But like, it seemed like they were warm pickles. I don't know why.
What's wrong with a warm pickle? You can't.
Everything is wrong with a warm pickle. Like cold pickles on a hot day.
Well, when you're fermenting pickles, they're going to be room temp anyway.
Oh my god, you guys are so for pickles. I didn't know.
We are a pro pickle group.
Pro Pickles. That should be the name of your guys' group. Pro Pickles.
I'm still voting
no.
for halters.
Or
And
Dragon
Mira
Force.
may or may not have cemented that, Austin, if you remember my
Halters?
thing.
Halters? Your message, right?
Yeah, the message from my mom.
What?
You're the only one who's actually read it.
Yeah, I
Other
forget
than
if you said it
who
was
wrote it.
halters or what.
At the end, I signed it, the notary of the halters.
The halters, yeah.
The first one.
Fair enough.
Just
It
to
probably is
humor
halters.
my
That's
dragonborn friend.
Yeah, that's probably good too, because if you guys were to keep it going for too long, I would have put in an NPC and just being like, "Oh, you guys are the Dragon Slayers." Or
She doesn't like it, but she'll go along with it.
Gotta get those halter tops made.
oh God, no! I veto it. I veto it right now.
No, I'm for it. Let's do it.
I'm for it. I sorry, you just remind me of this comedian, Mitch Hedberg, and he goes, "I'm for it." It's just okay. I'm opening up the beer now. Okay, so it is nighttime, despite what the shadows in the scene would suggest. Where's the moon? There it is. It is now nighttime here. And again, you see the pickle stand, you see corn on the cob stand where they sell spiced corn, turkey stand, you know, your regular fare / street food. Like, there is a taco stand too, like a little taco truck.
Let's go for pickles.
Go for pickles. Okay, she says, and she tries one of the pickles. Let's see how good these pickles are. Okay. She bites into the pickle. Oh, wow, that's really good. It's not as good as the lobster, though. The lobster was really good. Oh, I want more lobster. But this is a good pickle. This is a really good pickle. So, what brought you here again? I know you mentioned it, but it's just, you're just, like, traveling through?
Yeah, we're on our way to the Citadel and chose to stop here on the way.
Do you like this place?
Yeah, it's very nice here.
I think so too. This is, like I said, my favorite place. I like to come here every now and again.
How often do you come here?
I don't know, about once a year.
Is it always for the summer solstice?
Usually. It's just so lively. I don't know which one came first.
What do you mean you don't know which one came first?
The liveliness or the solstice.
Oh.
You know?
Sure. How long has this been going on for?
What, me coming or the solstice happening?
Both, I guess.
Hundreds of years. A long time.
Is that for the solstice or for
Yep.
you coming?
That's for the whole solstice.
And how long have you been coming here?
That's a mystery.
Why is it a mystery?
Because it's good to have mysteries now and again. They say secrets aren't good, but secrets can be good. Secrets keep intrigue.
Insight check?
Okay.
She got really serious.
She isn't making me worried enough yet to do my divine sense, and I wish she would. 15 total?
15?
Yeah.
She's keeping a secret. She's keeping something mystery from you. You get the sense that it's not something bad, for
Mhm.
sure.
Okay.
She's being a lot more playful with it than anything.
Gotcha.
So she's not being like, "Oh, I can't tell you that because it's like super, super secret." No, she's being like, "Nope, nope. You gotta."
What is your mystery? What's the mysterious?
You first. Tell me a secret.
Don't really have much secrets. I'm pretty open.
Well, then I can't tell you. I'm sorry. That's just how it works.
Damn it.
She smiles.
I'm trying to think.
Well,
Does Jack
tell
have any
me-
secret?
tell me what's your greatest goal in life?
Well, it used to be avenging my family and maybe getting them back, but
You have a family?
I did have a family.
You did have a family. What happened?
bad things happened, and I thought they were gone, and I left.
Bad things or bad people?
Both. And I found out that they were still alive, but it was too late. My wife died in my arms. My son calls another man father. And my mentor also passed recently.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. But now, my greatest goal in life would be making sure that my friends are alright, and I see them through the journey that we seem to be on together, and helping my friend Zash on a specific goal, and hopefully putting a stop to a great evil that plagues this world.
That's a good goal.
the big goal. But
What about small goals? Do you have those too?
I don't think much about small goals anymore, since there's too many big things going on to focus on the little things.
Well, what about, like, I don't know, you see someone and then you just help them, like on the side of a road if they're hurt or something. Those are good goals.
Sure, if I were to see someone in danger, of course I would help them. But
And how about personal ones? Like gold is good, right? What about getting lots and lots of gold?
gold is good. I have lots and lots of diamonds that are worth lots and lots of gold, so I'm not too worried.
You got like lots and lots of gold already, because diamonds equal gold, and you have lots and lots of diamonds.
Basically, yeah.
Zash thinks, why are you telling her this?
Is
I
Ash
think
listening in on all this?
I'm pretty sure he's been right next to me this whole time.
Still.
And Rachel says,
I made it very clear.
like, why don't you just give him your social security number while you have the chance? She already telling her everything. This is Rachel going on right now. Mira can't hear any of this.
She has a way of getting information out of me. I don't know.
Where'd she go?
Can Tristan go pet the griffin? He looks at Jax.
Yeah, for sure.
And Zash thinks, well, if you don't shut up, I will knock you out and take you out of here.
No offense, but I don't know if you can knock me out.
Hearing that through the earpiece, Mira's gonna try and head towards where she thinks they might be.
Okay,
Just
so
because
you
I'm like,
mentioned to your
oh,
date,
no.
oh, it's getting really close, we should start heading back. And you guys have just talked, you and him, the whole time. He told you a good bit more about his family, a good bit more how he wants to go across the ocean because he always wanted to be more of an explorer than anything else. He wants his name to be lasting in something, and he does love having a good time and chilling out in this incredible part of the world where it's a vacation every single day, but he does want to make something more happen and greater, and it's just this big talk that you guys end up having. See, now the hiccups are from the beer. Sorry. But you're like, okay, maybe we should get back. You know, it's a couple of hours until the solstice. So you guys begin to head back to the tree. So what about, like, your belief?
I believe in the Lord of the Light, and believe very strongly in him.
Yeah, but if your biggest thing is like revenge and stuff, then I don't know. I just feel like a lord wouldn't like that as much.
It hasn't seemed to upset them too much, as far as I can tell.
He hasn't said anything about it. He hasn't told
No.
you about his disappointment in it. Has he encouraged you to do it then?
Wouldn't say he's encouraged me, no, but I believe that he has given me the strength to continue on with my goals.
What do you mean you believe? What did he tell you?
He hasn't told me anything.
What? So you've never talked to the Lord of Light ever?
I've never talked to him, no.
Then how...
Do you speak with the gods often?
I mean... I don't know, but it's weird that the Lord of Light... you don't speak to him.
Why is that weird? I don't know anyone that has spoken to a god.
What? I know hundreds of people who have spoken to God.
Where are these people?
They're all around. They're all around us and you and me and...
All these people here have spoken to a god?
Well, if they were here last year, don't you believe that we're going to speak to a God tonight?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what happens. I've never been here for the summer solstice before, so...
Yeah, but people talk to gods in other ways.
And what ways is that?
I don't know, don't they?
Yeah, I speak to my god, but I usually just say what I would like to say to him out loud, but I never hear anything in return.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
I speak with him, he doesn't speak with me.
You see as she's looking down that like a tear starts to run down from her eyes.
Why are you crying?
It's nothing. It's nothing.
Something.
I don't know. It's just really sad.
It's not so bad.
Well, how do you have so much faith in him if you've never even met him or talked to him?
Well, it's what he represents. It's what I was taught by my mentor when he took me in. It's the power I believe that he gives me. It's a lot of things. I don't need words to believe.
Still, though.
I've given you enough information to hear your secret.
I suppose. What secret did you want to know again?
Well, how long have you been coming here?
Since the very first one.
You're that old.
No need to be so surprised about it.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that first. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sean, who is playing Itzli now. He was able to make it for the last bit of the episode. Say hello.
Ah, yes, it is I. Eatly delish.
Nice. All right. Sorry though. We're gonna go ahead and get back to the real quick thing here. Jax and Lily are once again conversing. No need to be so surprised, she says, sort of chuckling now and laughing.
Well, Mir had told me that you could be quite old, but since the beginning of the summer solstice, that seems like a very long time, and to look so young, it's quite surprising.
Well, maybe for all you know, I just am really good at alteration magic and altering how I look. She holds her hand out in front of her face, like giving a couple of waves, smiling and laughing behind.
Interesting. So, if you've been here since the very beginning, do you know how the summer solstice came to be? Why this god chooses to visit this town?
That's another secret. I need another secret.
Ask away.
Okay. No. Okay. What is your favorite thing about being half dragon?
Well, technically not half dragon, but I would say my acid that I can spew from my mouth is probably my favorite thing.
She laughs. No, like more so in the way of your connection to the world.
How do you mean my connection to the world?
Dragons, they're ancient beings, as old as the god you believe in. They've been here before man and before yourself, and they have such a deep hold and connection with everything around us. Many people think that dragons are terrible creatures, but I know a couple. They can be good. Have you ever met a dragon?
I have met a dragon.
Was he good?
I'm not quite sure. He attacked us basically on sight, but after we wounded him enough, he spoke to me and said that we were mistaken and he was actually trying to protect us, but...
Well, how could he try to protect you if he attacked you?
That's exactly it, I don't know. So I'm not sure if he was good or not.
What was his name?
Got this written down. Hang on. Somewhere.
Did I know that he talked to you?
One more time, you cut out real bad there.
Did I know that he talked to you?
No, I don't believe
No.
I said anything.
Yeah, this is your first learning of it.
Zash will remember that.
I forget what we put down. We're gonna call him Tuviat.
Edmunthari was his name.
Edmunthari? Okay, never mind then. Oh, I had heard of him. Okay. You wounded him?
We vanquished him. We killed him.
Her face goes into real shock there.
Should we not have killed him? We were trying to get to the Valkyrie. My friend needed their help, and he was blocking the way. Attacked us.
Did he block the way and attack you, or did he block the way?
Well, to be honest, I don't remember who made the first attack. All I know is that at some point, some of my friends were in grave danger, and I jumped to protect them.
Well, that's good, I guess, but Edmund Thari I knew his parents well. His parents were my friends.
Who were his parents? What were their significance?
His mother was Azu, the Bright, the silver dragon. That really just was incredible. And then his father was Tuviat, the Warm. Edmund Thari was born out of only brightness and warmth. It's sad to hear that he's dead.
Sorry that we killed him, but my friend was in great danger of losing himself, and the Valkyrie were the only ones that could help. And we needed to get there.
Why is it you keep on saying I'm sorry, but
Not sure, I guess. Justifying my actions.
it's okay to just be
No,
sorry.
it's not correct, necessarily.
Sometimes it just helps to hear I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So now my secret now. Yeah. What was it again?
Do you know how the summer solstice came to be? Why it is this god chose to visit this town?
Because this god loves this town. It's a beautiful town. And the people here are really nice.
Do no other gods love any other place enough to visit it? I've never heard of any other place being visited by a god before.
The gods have been quiet of late. To everyone down here. But they're still up there. I thought that many of them talked to many others too, but well, we don't talk much.
Why is it that you know so much about the gods? And what do you mean you don't talk so much? You have spoken with them before?
That's another secret.
God.
Tell you what. How about I just tell you this one, since we only have a few more minutes?
Yeah.
I am really, really old because I'm not just an elf.
And what are you?
You know. So why does the Lord of the Light not talk to you, but you still follow him?
Well, it's like I told you, I believe in what he stands for. It's something my mentor passed down to me when he took me in after I was removed from my clan, and it means a lot to me. Holding on to that faith allows me to still feel like he's with me, as well as his sword here.
Yeah, but can't seeing be more than just faith, certainly? I mean, what if you switched a religion to someone who you knew would always answer?
I don't always need an answer. Sometimes the answer isn't in words. It's
But how do you take never taking an answer? I saw that when you asked me all these questions, it upset you that you didn't get the answer. So how is it that you can follow this other God when you never get answers?
I guess I don't expect answers from him. I had never heard of someone getting a direct answer from a god before, so it doesn't bother me that I don't receive
But you
one either.
expect answers from other humans and people?
Well, yeah, you're speaking to them face to face. A god is
What, too good?
bigger than us. It's
No. We're not.
they're looking over many people and many things and have a lot going on. I don't expect them to take time to.
No, stop. You know. We don't look over everything at once. We just can look over anything that we want. We all got here different ways. And we're all so different, but most of them, they don't want to talk to anyone down here anymore because of what's coming.
And I seek to stop what's coming.
You can't stop it if the gods have predicted it for so long.
How can we stop it then?
She shrugs. She's still looking down, by the way.
Why is it that you want me to change faiths and follow you?
Because I'd really like to have you. You're nice.
What do you mean by have
I
me?
have to go now. She says as she just gets up and starts to move into the crowd and vanishes from what you see. As people
So Zash was
move
with me that
mishmash.
whole time, right?
Pretty much. There were bits where she was really trying to whisper to just you. But
Okay.
yes.
So let's never see her again.
We may not. Apparently she's some sort of god, or she comes here on the summer solstice. So
Have
Did
I
we all
made my
hear
way
all of that?
back yet?
Not all of you heard that. Zash is sitting next to him. Jin, Itzley is standing over here more so by Tristan, who is over by the Griffin. So you guys did not hear that, but yeah, Zash was next to him on the bench, on the opposite side of the girl.
Itzley finds himself busy answering people's questions about his creepy story he told.
And have I made it back yet?
Yeah, we'll say just about.
That was a long conversation.
Yeah, if it took a couple of hours. No, there were other things going on too again, but yeah.
And which way would we have come in from? Because I kind of want to...
Well, I gotta find you first.
Yeah, because I don't know the layout as a player,
Gosh.
so I don't know if where we came from would have come the way she was leaving, or would have come in, like...
You guys would have been coming
towards
in
where
from
the
here.
guys were?
You guys would have come in from here.
Okay.
Because where you guys were, if we zoom it back as far as we can, you guys were over here. Like back here.
Okay.
So you
She's
guys
under
were...
the tree, Austin.
Huh?
Here.
Thank you. And I forget where your date is, Mira. But, someone has gone to static. Don't really know who that is.
Oh, I
And
found
it's
the guy.
gone.
Here, next to me.
Oh, you're so good at this. Where?
Next to me.
Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah, it really helps having you in this one, Fred. Thank you. So you guys coming from this way. What would you like to do, Mira?
I'd probably get us to a spot that's a good spot to see the tree when it changes colors.
Alrighty. Probably up there. You see, of course, Tristan, the griffin, obviously. It's a bit difficult to miss that. And,
Yeah, I'll pretend I don't know any of them.
it's Lee and okay. Gotcha. You're still pretending that. So you guys walk up to maybe about here then, or do you guys want to go on the outside around here, or which way?
I'll go wherever he leads.
He just leads straight then, moving up to the tree and stuff. He sort of sees that it's a big crowd over there, so he just backs up here incidentally. Yeah, and that's realistically where he would go. What's up?
Do we get the impression that she feels safe on her date? We don't have to keep an eye on her.
She has threatened
that's up to her.
y'all to stay away.
Yeah.
Oh,
or to not
exact opposite.
interfere.
Okay. Okay. I'm kind of curious though, so I'd like to sneak a little closer and see if I can say without her noticing me, and like see if I can eavesdrop on their date.
Okay.
Easily. One moment, please. I have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
And I try to sneak off. And before I do that, I'm definitely going to need to give myself some help.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
So I'm going to do enhance ability. Let's see here. Dexterity. And a stealth check that'll give me... That gives me advantage, right? Enhance ability, or does it give me a bonus? I forget. Let me just read it real quick.
Would I need to do a perception check?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get advantage. Okay.
Itzley probably won't need that advantage, by the way.
I rolled a natty 20, so that gives me...
Real quick, what's the advantage again from?
I
Enhance
casted
ability.
enhance ability on myself, dexterity, so it gives me advantage. And it's called Fox's Cunning. The target has advantage, or not Fox's Cunning. That's the intelligence one. But
Something with a
where's
cat,
the one
I
for
think.
Cat's Grace. Yeah, target has advantage on dexterity checks. Also doesn't take damage from falling 20 feet or more, and it lasts an hour or until I use it. So I rolled a natty 20, which gives me I have +4, so 24 stealth.
You won't need it. I rolled a 13. I'm really bad at perception checks. Mira can't see anything most of the time.
Okay. Well, I need to learn this for myself. In a careful manner.
He needs glasses, but
She does. She needs corrective lenses.
All right, so let me just use that spell slot. I casted a spell, guys. Am I missing something? Or are we just checking to see what happens? Okay, just check.
All right, so you were hidden from review. Yeah, most of what they spoke of though was spoken of, unless Mira really wants to talk about anything.
It's really kind of boring small talk. She's giving like one-word answers. She's being very guarded.
Okay.
Oh, so does she seem like she's like not interested and just wants to get out of this date?
Might
no.
seem like that to some.
Well, maybe to some people. If you don't really know her.
Oh, okay. So I'd like to actually use. I want to use my people watching skills to get to know her through this interaction. So I don't know if the two of you have anything to talk about, or if you want to give me any hints or how you want to do that. But yeah, that's my main goal. Is now that I'm sneaking in the background, I kind of want to get to know this person who seemed the most standoffish of the group, and this is my chance to watch her in a territory where she doesn't know I'm watching her.
Gotcha. Okay. And Justin has to go. Sorry, Justin. Yeah, it is a bit later than we were expecting.
Have a good night.
You have a good one.
Bye.
Have a great night, Justin. New lighting looks awesome.
Yep. It looks really good. I missed that last bit. Okay, yeah.
And
Still
she's
giving the
kind of
word.
relying on him solely to start conversations. She hasn't really brought up many topics throughout this whole time.
Yeah. And he does. He keeps the conversations going and talks about little stuff here and there. But it is very soon that you guys start to see the bluish glow emanating from the leaves of the tree. Everything around begins to glow with the hue that lights up the entire area. And you guys look up and can see that the moon itself has turned to a bluish color as well.
This is it. This is what they speak of. It is happening.
Between the light of the moon and the light of the leaves, you guys see this halo almost of energy beam down, and up above you see the figure of Sehanine. Moonbow. Sehanine. She comes down and begins to speak. Humans, elves, and everyone between and other. This is the last year that I visit you all. For after this year, this tree will no longer stand. After this year, this city will be in ruins. And after this year, many of you will be gone. The world as you know it is going to change. The evil you've all felt is coming, and I wish I brought better news. Go home. Be with your loved ones. Know that tonight is not the last night, but know too that things will forever change very soon.
As I'm looking up at the goddess, does she look familiar? Like someone I may or may not know, or like seen in a picture or something?
She does
Like,
not.
if
She has very, very classic elvish features.
Like maybe seen in a book or something?
Long, like pure white hair and this blue aura around her, which sort of drowns everything else out. Aside from that, you don't recognize her from anything. No books, no other faces that you've seen.
The library has failed me.
One more time.
What's the crowd like around her? Are people like Is there?
Yeah,
Can I make my way to her if possible, or is that something that's difficult to do right now?
I think she's floating in the sky.
Yeah, she's up in the air, floating like this. Additionally,
Okay.
Yep, on the screen
No, go
share
ahead.
there. Additionally, the crowd is quite heavy, and that's why I wanted to mention too is that these people are reacting like if she just leaves this as is, they are going to start losing their freaking minds, running and terrified.
I think I'm gonna do something really stupid. Can I get my broom out?
Can I call out to her?
You're gonna punch the god?
Everyone's doing so much. Yeah, both of you can do that. Okay, what do you say, Jax?
So Jax knows this is who he was talking to, right?
Do we
Like,
make
yeah,
an
they're pretty
intelligence
heavy.
roll?
I mean, she said we, and I've been coming here since the beginning. And...
Yeah, that's what the girl that you've been talking to all night said. But this girl who's flying up in the air looks like nothing like her.
What are the chances she has to leave right as she shows up? 21 total.
21? Yeah, you can safely bet it is. But
Okay.
again, I would like to point out it is a completely different person, but you know down in your heart that that is still her, that she left.
Is it Scooby-Doo syndrome?
Yeah.
Also, Brandon, I called it last week, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, I know. We ended that session and Rachel's just like, yeah, I think that she's the goddess, and I'm like, god damn it. There's gonna be a big reveal and everything.
Do I know that her name is
Sehanine.
really or Sehan or?
Yeah, you know the name of the elven goddess, Sehanine Moonbow. And then I was thinking about that when I came into the game today too, and I actually did mistake their names because it was just Moonbow and Moonsprite, but still, that didn't help things. Sorry, go on.
But yeah, he'll call out, Sehanine, if I follow you, will you help me in vanquishing what's to come? Because she wanted me to switch religions while we were talking. So
Yeah.
And while he says that, I'm already starting to go up on my broom.
I thought she was trying to make Jax an atheist.
Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity check for us, Rachel.
Come on. Oh. Just acrobatics.
She takes
Hello?
in what Brandon says. What was your acrobatics check? Or was it
Is it acrobatics? Or it is acrobatics. It's a...
Yeah,
It's an 11. It'll get me up there, maybe. I'm just going straight up.
Yeah. Okay. And we are getting to the point too where you no longer really need to do that anymore because you are getting better, but maybe just like one or two more times you're gonna need to. But yeah, you fly up on your broom and you are face to face with her pretty much. She says to everyone, trying to calm them down again, you do all still have time, and most of your lives will change, but some may be for the better, some may be for worse. The city itself will change for the worse. And there will be people who die, as in any war. She now looks directly at you, Jax, even though Mira's right up by her face. I will try to do all I can to stop this evil, no matter what. She lets out a little smile. Then she looks up, and as she moves her head, each time she moves it, it's sort of like a, you know, the slow giant move, since she's such an omnipresent kind of being and so large, and you get up and you really see how rather large she is. Her head moves rather slowly, sort of like a move, like a slow change. But what does Mira do? And what were you gonna say, Jen?
Well, Itzy would like to call out when he gets a chance, but if people have to react first, go ahead. Or should I call it now?
I'd Rachel think about what Mira's gonna do, Itzley, let us know what you're calling out. Because...
So Itzley would like to call out her name, and he just says, Sehanine, former elven goddess of death, now lady of dreams. Please, give us your blessing. These people need some hope, regardless of what is to come. Give us a reason to have good dreams in the future, regardless of what may come. Calm these people. Calm the storm that you have started. And I bow to her.
Okay.
Whoa.
Alright, there's that roll. Alright, and what were you saying, Rachel? What do you do at about the same time?
I'm going a different approach. I'm gonna try and grab her by the scruff of her neck and pull her in close.
Oh my god. No, okay.
Oh
Seeing the size of her, if you were to grab her by the scruff of her neck, you could get, like, your other arm, like, to the end of her neck. That's the size of her. Like, if you go behind her and outstretch your arms, you take up half the width of her neck.
That's fine.
I'd also like to say that I'm readying a spell. I'm holding it for when, in case I'm holding a polymorph spell for myself in case a mob ensues.
Do I see Mira grab Sehanine?
Mira, do you still grab the scruff of Sahanine's neck? Or do you just, like, go up to her eyes? You still grab the scruff of her neck?
She's feeling gutsy tonight.
Okay. You fly around to the back of Sahanine's neck.
No. I'm gonna grab her by the front of her scruff of her
scruff?
neck.
Okay.
Yeah, I meant by the front like this.
Gotcha.
Sorry, does she have stats?
By doing that,
Oh shit!
she cannot look at you. Like, her face is too large. She cannot look down. And if she tilts her neck, like, she would squash you. So from there...
Okay, knowing that, I'd probably just go straight so we're eye level. I would probably do that, just like a look her in the face.
Okay. You're looking her dead in the face. What do you say?
Yeah, I can't get an accurate read based on the picture in front of me.
That's fair.
She looks in your eyes and she says,
Here, I'll do this. Hold on. You can say what you're going to say, sorry. But
do you really think it's a good idea to cause a panic right now? And also, who says the future is set in stone? Do you know for certain that everything will go downhill?
We were literally told that our destiny was set in stone.
Mira doesn't believe any of that.
Can I use the Know Your Enemy
Where's
skill
Mira?
to do
Oh, there you go.
her strength check? Her strength stat?
One more time.
Can I use the Know Your Enemy skill to, if she has stats to know her
Is
strength
she
score?
your enemy?
No, but it's just someone. I can observe someone for a minute, and I can know their fighter level or one of their skills, if she has one.
You can start observing for the next minute then, yes.
Okay.
I did not know if it need to be in it. Oh shoot, where'd Mira go? Here.
Jax just thinks through the stone, Mira, what are you doing? Why are you up there?
She thinks back. I'm bluffing my way through this, and I'm hoping it works.
What works? She's a god.
Is she? The last guys we met weren't real.
This looks real.
Alright. So with Mira now at eye line with Sehanine. Let's see. With the roll that she rolled for Itzley, and with that, okay. She says, I tell you all this because you need to hear it. now and tonight. I tell you all this because I've always told you all this, and I will always tell you this on this very night, she says, looking directly at Mira. It is not my responsibility what you all do with this information, she says, looking down at Italy. I hope that you all just take this with the grace that I wish. And you all do go to your loved ones and tell them how much you love them. And if you feel it necessary, move toward the outer cities. But what you all do from this point on, and now she looks at Jax, is entirely of your own choosing. Farewell. I will not leave, but I will no longer visit here every year on this night. I will still be there for all of you. She starts looking down at the rest of the crowd. She starts to really focus on certain individuals in the crowd too, not just like looking at the whole group. I will really be there for all of you. Additionally, I should also mention, guys, it does sort of pop up as a sort of noise during the stream when there are a number of Discord chats. But she says to a couple of the individuals, just looking at them, I will still be there for all of you, especially when you need me most.
Can I ready an action?
What are you gonna do?
If I see her trying to go away, can I grab onto her?
Oh my god.
Yes, you can. Oh my god.
You can certainly try.
I have a magic item that gives me a lot of strength, so this might go in my favor. Maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see how your grapple is, but oh my god, so close. What's up, everyone else? Brandon, you were gonna.
How high is she?
Well,
How high is she?
Sorry.
I'm pretty freaking high.
Both of them are about. Well, they're halfway to the moon. No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's right there. She's exactly halfway to it. Okay. They are like 500 feet up in the air.
Okay, so I have a thing I want to do as well. Can I tell
No,
that?
sorry, real quick. I'm gonna say half
that.
that. 250. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, so they hear this booming voice, and then I hear the.
Yeah.
So I saw that you flew up. I would like to, at some point in time, either right now or just before now, use my mandolin because it has some of its own spells, and all I have to do is touch it, and I can make myself fly.
Oh.
So I'm gonna do that right away.
You touch it and begin to fly?
And I'm flying up towards my ally, my teammates, just in case.
Okay.
I'm staying a good 5-10 feet back, but I want to
Well,
be
if
there.
you're doing that right now, it's going to take you a bit to fly up 250 feet.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'll
I
start.
was gonna do the same. I was gonna.
Okay,
fly
you're
up.
going to do the same on the
Yeah.
Griffin?
Yeah.
You hop on the Griffin. You also begin to fly up. Italy has a little bit more of a advantage in lead from you since you had to walk over to your Griffin and get up in the air. So you two
I
start
did
heading
fly.
up into the air as she's still talking to the person down below.
Pretty fast.
Okay, I rolled that. What's up?
Yeah, I just want when I get up there,
Well, hold
I
on.
just want to say something. I'm not gonna I'm not holding an action or anything like that. There's something I want to say.
Okay, so you're gonna say something when you get up there. I rolled this. She says, and I will still be in all of your hearts. But tonight I take my leave. And she starts to, from your guys' view as you're flying up to her, she starts to get smaller and smaller. From Mira's view, Mira, do you attempt to grab on?
Yes.
Go ahead and make a grapple check.
I'm gonna use
so
what I
good.
think is
Do
my
it,
cleric
do it.
die.
Do
Yeah. Is this just straight up strength?
Yep.
Alright. That's 11.
You had a 50-50 chance.
Oh my god, really?
You, Mira, you hold out your hands as she starts to disappear. You try and reach for her neck, but it's too big. You cannot hold on to it. But then you see her necklace. You hold on to that center pendant of her necklace as from your vision, it's different from her just getting smaller. From your vision, you hold on to this pendant as the two of you start going up and up and up and up and up and up. And the blue
I'm
light
trying to
that you're
keep pace,
flying
so she-
into of the moon is getting brighter and brighter and brighter as these streaks, these rays go
Can I
flying
still
all around
breathe
you.
normally?
Good question.
I don't know how outer space works in this
Yep.
universe.
That
Yeah.
would be if you were going to outer space. You
might-
feel that you can breathe normally because as you continue to fly, you go through some sort of very magical
Oh my god.
field as
Wait,
all
if-
around you streams
wait.
of light are
Oh.
flying and just a
If,
constant
if she's
noise.
going to go through another plane, this is something that I might recognize from my background. Is that the case? Just that I want to know if
Possibly.
I recognize that she's possibly getting pulled. Okay. Italy would scream, "Let go, you're going to another place. You might not be," why am I all of a sudden like Mexican? "You might not be able to get back."
I would say she's very far from you. She's really far from her.
Oh,
You yell
still
this
haven't
out,
caught
but
up.
it
Okay,
does
okay.
not at all.
Falls on deaf ears.
They're going from 250 feet to thousands of feet in like seconds. Like they're just
I'm
flying
holding
back
onto my
until-
broom, by the way, to make sure it goes with
Yep.
me.
Well, it's very soon that as you're flying through this tunnel, you feel sort of a very large presence as Sehanine then grasps you in her hand and holds you tight, knowing how foolish it was of you to do this, that you could fly off at any second. She holds you tight to her neck, and you guys watch from the air Brandon the Griffin, or I should say Jax the Griffin and Italy, and from the ground, Zash is watching, as well as Tristan. There you are, Tristan. As this figure just disappears into the night. And that is where we're going to go ahead and end this episode.
That was really smart.
Thank
That's
you
pretty
so
cool.
much for watching, guys. We really hope that you enjoyed this very interesting story. I love crazy actions like that. If you guys did enjoy it, please be sure to follow. It is free to follow my channel. If you do follow, then, you know, every time that you watch, you get gold, which you can then redeem for other things throughout the gameplay and stuff like that. Also, be sure to follow on YouTube. Also free to subscribe on there, too. And you can find the link down below, or you can find it at youtube.com/TheMajestic, or just by searching The Majestic. And this, of course, Twitch channel is twitch.tv/TheMajesticGaming. But we all hope to see you again soon. Say goodbye, everybody.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.
Goodbye.